turn around 3 times. Start shooting.
Exclusive black equalizer brightens dark scenes without overexposing bright areas. Use the S switch to quickly access the setting and switch between save modes. Personalize the way you see everything, and then conquer. Exclusive black equalizer brightens dark scenes without overexposing bright areas. Use the S-switch to quickly access the setting and switch between save modes. Adjust the angle effortlessly for maximum comfort.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am Oren Persian Shadari, and you guys are joining us at ESL India Premiership 2017. This is the last day of the relegation, which means we are on the final day before we go on to the final event that's going to happen in Mumbai on the 1st and 2nd of July. So let's take a look at today's matchup. Today in Clash Royale for you guys, we have the final match of the relegation, which is going to take place between Asopa versus George. Now, in CSGO at 6 PM, we have for you TradeMarc Gaming versus Game for Glory. And the winner of this match will be facing Dare to Dream in the final match of CSGO for the day. Now, let's take a look a little bit at today's match for Clash Royale. Today, the two players that are going to be facing each other in Clash Royale is George 759 versus Asopa. Now let's take a look at both of the guys over here. George played Hasib yesterday and he defeated him, which gave him the opportunity to play versus Vikram. Now the winner of today's match will be joining us in the LAN event of Masters, which is going to happen in Mumbai. George was promoted in the May session of Clash Royale Challenger League, and after playing the Relegation Supreme in April Clash Royale Starting Cup. He was placed third in May term, and after a strong performance in the recent June session of Clash Royale Challenger League, he helped finish second and become eligible to participate in the Master League's promotion playoff, which is going to happen today. Yesterday, as you guys know, he beat Master League champion Hasib Nazir and took over. Now he has played today, and the player today will be ascended to summer season finale in Mumbai. His opponent, on the other hand, is Asopa. He's the guy from Coimbatore. He's been pursuing a business degree and he's been playing Clash Royale since the game's release last year. Unfortunately, this guy has been playing a little bit on the downfall in the June session with mixed campaign, and he entered the playoff once again, and wonder if he can be lucky for the second time, if he can defeat his opponent and regain his title. So there's just one thing left to do, and that is going into the game. But before my caster Manoj Supergola and his co-caster Shaurya get into the game, let's talk about what's at stake here. Two men, they're going to be playing off Clash Royale, and one of them is going to be joining the other players in the Master League. That's going to happen in the LAN event of summer season finale that will take place in Mumbai on the 1st and 2nd of July. So there's cash prize at stake over here. There's pride at stake over here. I mean, this is what makes exciting ESL, because we give everyone a chance to take up a ladder, and those to redeem themselves who have not performed so well. Now, before we get into the match and I turn over to my caster, let's take a moment to appreciate ESL India Premiership 2017 and the people who make this happen. I'm talking about our sponsors. We have Owned by HP, we have HyperX and Zawi by BankU. And let's not forget who makes all of this possible, the organizing team here at Nodwin Gaming. So I'm going to head over and give it over to my casters.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the relegation matches of the ESL India Premiership Summer Season Phase 3. Today it's going to be Clash Royale as usual in the beginning. I am Manoj Supergola and with me is Shaurya. Say hi.
Hey guys, how's it going? And look at that hog pushing that ice golem like nobody's business.
It took off
Wow.
what, 800 HP? Even more?
Yeah, and it took over 800. So I think the deck Asopa's playing is sort of this new sort of meta breaker deck, I think. It's this thing that has come up, and it runs the Dart Goblin, runs the Ram. I'm not sure about the Night Witch. I think the version that I saw doesn't run the Night Witch, but that deck also runs the P.E.K.K.A. So he's basically running a variant of that deck, it seems. It's quite interesting. It's meant to counter the meta, basically.
Yeah, before we get into the thick of things, I just want to remind everybody who's watching what happened yesterday. So Hasib, the one we have all dubbed as the Golem God, he got... it was a good fight. He played the George 759 yesterday for the spot in the Masters League, because it's a relegation. They did play well. Hasib brought out a couple of good strats. He outplayed George in a few games, but in the end, George did prevail and has managed to kick him out of the Masters League. Like the guy who came first in the first
George,
phase.
I just want to say, because George is playing really well. Come on, look at that defense, man. The Tar barely lost like 500 HP.
I'm not disparaging anything here. I'm just sort of recapping what's at stake right now.
Yeah, especially. I'm just saying, like, I'm just pointing out, in fact, how good George has been playing, and I think he deserves to be here, if nothing else. Executioner, man, it just does a number on the Night Witch. I think we're going to see a Hog soon. Yeah, there it is. It's going to try to push the thing. It is going to push the Golem, but a P.E.K.K.A. comes out immediately. And it's
So the Hog did manage to get a couple of hits off on the
that's not bad at all. I think we're going to see a Tornado come out soon.
Anytime.
Yeah, especially now. No, just a lot of things.
Looks like he doesn't need a Tornado. Okay.
He's actually defended it really well. Oh, and that Night Witch is going to sort of ruin his plan. Oh, the lightning comes out at that Hog. Oh, 6 HP on the Tar. 6 all of the Ram makes contact and the Zap comes out to kill Kelly. This might mean, in fact, that George's Tar falls, surprisingly. Nah, 600 HP.
So what do you think is selling the Tornado for? Like a general oh shit maneuver?
Yeah, I guess that's what he's like now. Now would be a good time.
Now would be a good time. Oh, 12 HP left. Yeah, but that Ram or the P.E.K.K.A. is not going to make it in time. Congratulations to George for masterminding this, basically saving the Tornado until the last second to prevent Asopa's units.
The only thing he did was he lightning in the Tar, right? And he got some value by hitting the Golem. I mean the P.E.K.K.A. with it. And then he just sort of took it away. Like, he just defended. He saved the Tornado till the last moment, because I don't know if he was sure that his tower was out of fireball range. If he was sure, then he played that very well.
George did defeat Hasib yesterday, but I still wasn't convinced if he was Masters material, because Hasib's gameplay has been declining of late. I thought maybe he just got lucky or Hasib just went full tilt or something, but looking at his gameplay in this game, I'm pretty sure now George actually belongs in the Masters League.
I mean, come on, that was pretty good play, honestly. Well done.
That's what I'm saying. We are agreeing on the same thing.
Exactly.
Looks like the players are ready to go. We are jumping into game 2. The score right now, George is leading with 1 point in his side.
It's very interesting. I mean, Asopa sort of playing. I mean, Asopa, I just want to point out, Asopa playing a sort of meta breaker deck, and George just actually playing an off-meta deck. Like, the deck he was playing isn't really standard at all. Like, there's no, at least the last deck, this is a little more standard with Fireball, Miner, and Mega Minion. But the last deck, I mean, it's not common, I would say. Wow.
Okay, so Asopa's made a really nice push for today. Okay. The poison chip damage deck with a Night Witch and a Miner. Night Witch for mostly defensive purposes, I guess. So
I think like both are basically playing a similar deck. But I think George may not actually be running poison in his deck, because we've already seen Zap and Fireball come out.
I don't think there's... I think he was being prepared for the Three Musketeer deck. Looking at...
that could be possible.
Well, he sort of made a read. It didn't really pan out, but we'll see if he can come back from this.
I really think that George has been outdrafted over here because he is up against a Furnace deck with like Miner, Nightwitch, and he's playing a Giant deck. So, I mean, I would definitely not say that things are looking good for George.
Okay, so that baby dragon
Wow.
this Miner managed to spend his entire life just whacking the tower.
Exactly. Dude, the fire spirits did so much work.
True. Yeah, we understand that the Miner has very less damage per hit and very less DPS, but when you actually let him spend his entire life just whacking away on the tower, he does a lot of damage, doesn't he? Like, he has a lot of HP to tank the tower hits.
Absolutely. I think that tornado was a little late, honestly, by George over there. No, by Asopa. I mean, I would have, like, if you were going to tornado, I feel like you should have tornadoed earlier. Dude, it seems Asopa might
actually... He has the advantage. Maybe he just decided, I don't want to be this greedy, but we see a Giant and a Nightwitch and a Miner coming out on the right from...
Value on the tornado, but I don't know if that's enough.
Yeah, that is enough. There's nothing, there's not much you can do. Now that he has gained a little elixir lead over George, let's see what kind of push he comes up with. 643
I don't know
HP
actually if he has an elixir lead because George has 9 elixir, I mean. Oh man.
There we go.
Oh man, yeah, it's gonna go down.
Asopa has made a comeback.
Just dragging it back, you know.
3 seconds into overtime, he manages to clinch victory with a tower that's standing at what, 500 HP?
It's pretty.
He's cutting it pretty close.
That was much closer than it should have been, yeah, though. Yeah. I mean, I'm just going to say that, right? Like, George even getting it that close is almost somewhat of a victory, I would say.
So, the score, I guess now it's tied at 1-1. And while the players are preparing for their next match, looks like they're ready, but I just want to take a little moment of our viewers' time to talk about you know who.
Of course I do, bro. Best friends in the world.
How about you take, you want to take this one?
Yeah, of course, guys. That's a lovely sponsor. Oh, wait. Yeah, it's going up.
Yeah, Omen by HP. You had HyperX. And again, all of this is organized and brought to you by Northern Gaming. We'd love to do this every day because we love esports. And having said that, we have to talk about the batch because I just saw Ram make contact with the tower.
And the tower is down to 900 HP.
Asopa just blitzkrieged it down to 962 HP without even the first minute going by. We have more than 2 minutes left, but now we see George putting down his second elixir collector. Okay. I wonder what's going to happen. Very interesting.
So, George basically played his elixir collector, and Asopa chose that moment to play his Ram and his Nightwitch and the Darkcore play. And that did a lot of work, it seems, because oh man,
so he's completely sacrificing his tower on the left over there and building up to a very big push. But a fireball does come out from Asopa.
I don't know why he did that at all. Why would he? I mean, he knew that Asopa's got to be running some spell, right? Why would he do that? Like, as in, why give Asopa so much value to be got?
Okay, so I don't know. Maybe that was just a miscalculation right there. You know, what do you think George's last card is? Bandit, another spell maybe?
I would love for Heal to come out. I think if Heal comes out in this matchup, then he sort of auto wins, honestly.
You know what? It actually looks like it might be a Heal. I see a Ram, I see 3 Musketeers.
Yeah, exactly. It could be a Heal.
Yeah, but as soon as we see George healing his Musketeers, right? Pretty sure now Asopa will understand that he has to fireball and zap immediately.
That is true, but I mean, we do see that. But that's still 6 elixir, right? To deal with those 2 Musketeers. This is a much better push, I think.
I called it, but it was a bandit.
That's true. And the Ram made contact over there. Asopa plays, I mean, George plays something. He plays another aggressive 3 must, you know.
Yeah, they didn't really do much.
Pekka is going to die. That's alright.
So is the tower.
The Nightwitch is going to deal. Yeah, the tower is dead.
All Asopa has to do now for the next 30 seconds is defend his tower on the left over there that has just 1000 HP. Is it going to make up? No, it's not. Oh yeah. So
Wait, how did the bandit die so easily? Did it get hit by the P.E.K.K.A?
Yes.
Wow, dude, that P.E.K.K.A just sort of
10 seconds left. GG coming out from Asopa, who is confident that he is going to win this one, and we are inclined to agree with him there. Now the score is going to be 2-1 in favor of Asopa, and George has to come back with 2 more victories if he wants to take this series and Asopa's spot in the Master League.
Oh, honestly, I think George just got straight up outdrafted here.
Yeah, true. Like it's not every day that you pick a Three Musketeer deck and your enemy has that zap and fireball combo to completely make it irrelevant.
That's true. I mean, like, yeah, even a heal, you're right, would have done nothing over there.
Yeah. So look, we are okay. The players are just eager to go at each other's throats. They just immediately started the next match, and we have to get it right now. So Asopa, who's in the lead right now,
but this is reminding me of yesterday essentially, right? Isn't this where George was 2-1 in the on the back foot, sort of?
True. Yes. Sorry, Hasib was 2-1, and George just came back with 2 more quick victories and basically took the series. Okay, is either of them playing a Golem deck? No, looks like Asopa might play a Three Musketeer deck with the Ram, and looks like George also has stuck to his same deck with Three Musketeers, Bandit, Night Witch. You know, I've been using this deck.
Did a lot. Yeah, that log did a lot. I just want to point that out.
I don't think it's a Three Musketeer deck anymore. Now that
I'm not sure either. Okay, the lightning is there, so it does come out immediately.
So if Asopa is playing a Three Musketeer deck, he's in some real trouble because George has lightning now. But we'll see.
So George is now the guy who has sort of 2. Oh man, that Ram I think made contact, and that the tower is going down.
That was the.
In fact, I mean his King Tower is going to take some damage.
And how lucky for Asopa that the
Golem. George is playing a Golem deck, bro. Golem deck with a pump, interesting.
Golem deck with a pump, Night Witch, Baby Dragon, and what else for support? There should be one more.
There should be a spell, bro. I think. Or it could be minions or even Mega Minion. Yeah, could be. Oh man, the Night Witch hasn't taken any damage. Look at that.
That was horrible placement for the minions, don't you think?
Yeah, by the minion horde. The minion horde should be able to actually, if you surround the completely, then they can in fact kill the baby dragon, and most of them will even survive. And that push might just lead to a 3 crown, you know?
Yes.
Look at that, and finally the onslaught stops.
There we go.
Oh man, this is bad. For George. I mean, like, I'm just a little unexcited because I wanted the 3 crown to happen. It looks like it still might happen though, you know?
Yeah,
I mean, Inferno Dragon?
No, okay, so yeah, this really actually might be a 3 crown victory, and 1200 HP left on the crown tower for Asopa.
Inferno Dragon's actually dead.
It's okay.
It's going to go into overtime. It's not done yet, man. It's not done yet. I think George may have overextended. Nah. Oh my god, dude. Asopa is holding it together. Like, it's like, you know, it's like that meme with the dog where everything's on fire and the dog is just like, this is fine.
Okay, this is fine.
Yeah. Oh my god, Asopa, well played, honestly. Would not have expected that.
3
musketeers.
I expect them to be lightning down very quickly.
I'm expecting the same. Okay. But they got a lot of damage off, to be fair. I think George is going to put down the Inferno Dragon now. No?
700 HP left? No. 500 HP left, and it's going down. It's going down. There's no
down.
George has made his own comeback with a 3 crown victory, tying the score at 2-2.
What was that game? Asopa with like really incredible defense, man, for a while. Yes. With everything that was knocking on his door, Asopa held it together.
He threw everything except the kitchen sink, as the saying goes.
Yeah. But how would Asopa actually win that game, you know?
Maybe random turn of fate, luck. Maybe George making a misplay, something. There really
I mean, because
wasn't much Asopa could do because his deck revolved around the Three Musketeer usage, and George has that lightning just up his sleeve waiting for the Three Musketeers. So
do you think that
outdrafted.
Asopa should have played the Three Musketeers earlier, because he did reveal that card almost at the end?
Mm-hmm. He probably should have split the Three Musketeers behind the King Tower and maybe
Try
turn
getting
the
some
game a
value,
little
yeah.
bit, but Lightning versus Three Musketeers, the Three Musketeers almost always lose, so you couldn't really expect much. So this is game 5, isn't it?
Yes, this is game 5, and this
You know,
really determines
I
if
wish
Vikram
yeah.
Asopa stays or not. This is
Both the players
like,
are playing excellent. We're seeing some good decks. We're looking at some quality textbook gameplay. I wish the Premiership daily stream matches were more like this year. Going back and forth, exciting, nail-biting matches with
What is George doing? George apparently has disconnected. Or George is like, you take my turret, I don't give a shit, bro.
Oh, so he's
Like,
playing
you
the same
take it.
laser dragon deck.
Lizard Dragon.
Laser dragon.
Okay. Definitely a new name. Oh man, that tornado is going to do a lot of work. And the executioner is going to do a lot of work. Yeah, man, look at that. The executioners killed the entire push.
8 elixir
one
to
tornado.
take care of. Yeah, 8 elixir to take care of how much? 9 plus. Sorry, 8 plus 5 plus
16
5.
elixir.
Oh, wow.
Oh, he's going to be able to stop this push actually.
So again,
I thought the
again,
bats would actually come back.
Yeah, we see the miner destroying the entire elixir character, and now he's backing away at the tower for the entirety of his life. Asopa has made some really good plays. Both of George's stars have lost a lot of HP. Now we see a golem coming out because there's no elixir collector to support it, being destroyed by the miner and whatnot. Is he going to make a push positive?
So George needs to know that tornado plus executioner combo is going to be coming out. He needs to figure out how to deal with that in advance.
I would say split your damage. Go down 2 lanes at once.
I'm not sure I agree with that actually. Oh man, he's going to get the King Tower activated. And the golems are in fact just going to be on the King Tower. That's not good for him at all. Although his star is taking a little bit of HP.
So he has managed to pull the golem and avoid the initial blast damage onto his crown tower, saving quite a bit of HP.
He has,
now
but
now that
look
he's
at
used
this,
his
man.
tornado,
It's very interesting.
yeah. Now that he's used his tornado, do you think he'll be?
No, he has it back. He cycled back.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. I'm gonna eat my words right there.
But
So
still, that
George-
golem is going to split. It's going to get down the furnace and it's going to go for the tower. It's not going to be enough, it seems. The miner coming out with the oh my god, with the poison. This chip deck is just really annoying because like the guaranteed damage, like the poison, for example, it's guaranteed. Like it's just a little demoralizing, honestly.
You know why I hate these chip decks, right? When I'm casting, I have to make mathematical calculations.
Yeah. Oh my god, and 300 HP on Asopa Star, man. If that goes down, then we are in overtime.
Going down.
One more hit is all the Baby Dragon needs, and it gets it, and Asopa is like done.
Okay, so George has managed to successfully kick out 2 Masters players. Congratulations, George. That is an epic
Wow.
entry into the Masters League. Oh, wow. 3-2, 3-2 on both sides. Congratulations,
Amazing.
George. Welcome to the Masters League. I know I've seen your name in the 2016 edition of the Premiership, and man, you've made it a long way. Congratulations.
Well played, honestly. You know, both times being like 2-1, like staring down essentially disqualification or like non-qualification in the face, and coming back from that is well done. Well done, man.
Well, so now we have to say goodbye to two long-time members of the Masters League, Hasib and Asopa.
We do.
We hope you do fight and come back, but yeah, tough luck, boys. Now George has taken your place, and we're gonna see him in the Masters
To be
League
fair,
from
George
now on.
did win with a golem deck almost fittingly, so I guess that he's going to be a Hasib replacement.
No, I really hope not. You know, I keep saying that the players are here to win, make money, make esports better, but Man, do I hope that they don't use golems anymore.
Come on, man. Like, these golems if it
if they
works,
make it
like,
exciting, yes, I'm all for it. But please don't play 5 matches with the same deck. Come on.
yeah, I know,
Oh,
I know what you mean. Oh, man. I mean, but
okay.
best of luck to George, our newest addition to the Masters League.
Welcome to the big boy leagues, George. Let's hope you have what it takes to stand up to the likes of Ruben, Jimit, and everybody else.
Yeah, he can meet his old buddy Arpan also.
Okay, so thank you guys for watching. But please stay tuned. We have some CS:GO action coming up your way. I think PMG is playing, if I'm not
Oh,
wrong.
wow, really?
Yeah.
That should be
I'm
fun
not
to
sure.
watch.
I'm not the host here. I'm just wasting time until she gets back to the studio so that we can switch back. And I don't know why I'm telling you this, because I'm supposed to be managing her.
Yes, I care so much.
Yes.
Alright, thanks guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was quite exciting, honestly.
Yeah, it was very exciting for us. I hope the audience feels the same way, and they keep coming back to watch some more Clash Royale. So for now, I'm going to hand you guys back to our host, Oren Persian Meow Sheriari. Thank you guys for staying with us. Bye-bye.
Yep, thanks guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to ESL India Premiership 2017, and you just saw something amazing happen. George defeated Asopa, and doing that, he will be joining us in the Masters LAN event that's going to happen in Mumbai. Wow, the guy managed to defeat 2 Master League players, and he made his way up to the top. Now that's done for Clash Royale. We know who's going to be joining us in Mumbai in the finale. Let's head over to the second game of the day, which is CSGO. So let's take a look at the teams that are going to be playing right now. The 2 teams facing each other off today in CSGO is going to be, first, you guys know the name, you guys know who they are. This is TradeMarc Gaming, and they are based from Bangalore. They have participated in ESL India Premiership 2016 Challenger, and they had a handful of strong performance during the April phase of the summer season. They were placed 4th in the April term of ESL India Premiership 2017 summer season CSGO Master League. In the May session, the team had lost its charm and finished 8th. It lost to JMD Gaming in the May playoffs and was relegated to Challenger League. Due to their strong performance in the June CSGO Challenger League, it helped the team finish 7th, and today it enters the playoff and will try its best to secure and win here in order to attend the summer season finale. Now, the team they're going to be playing against is Game for Glory, based in Pakistan. The team, they're known in their country's land scene, and they have won many tournaments in Pakistan, including Pak Esport Expo, ESF Islamabad, and much more. The team was played 2nd in the summer season April Starter Cup and progressed to the CSGO May Challenger League. They did beat Team GoFits, and however, in June Master League, the team failed to register any victory, thus ending their campaign in the 8th place. So both the teams are ready, and they're going to be playing off each other. They're not only playing for a chance to be part of the Masters, but this is not it. The winner of this match will have to play one more game in order to be part of the Masters. Now, what's going to happen? There's one way to find out. My caster is setting up, the players are setting up, and before going there, I'd like to thank everyone who's joined us at the ESL India YouTube gaming channel. I mean, you guys are amazing. This is Oren Persian Shariari, and I'm glad you guys are watching this, because ESL India Premiership is what esports is about. I love the friendly environment that we have over here, the sportsmanship that all the players share. And let's take a moment to talk to the people who make this happen. That is our sponsors. We have our title sponsor, Omen by HP, HyperX, Zavi by BenQ, and the people who organize it, the good folks here at Nodwin Gaming. So let's keep on the happiness that keeps on happening in the esports scene, and let's go forward to the CSGO match for the day.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with some more Counter-Strike action, and today the game with it all at stake. This is the matchup for a shot at playing the LANs in Mumbai on July 1st and 2nd. If TMG wins this, they have to go and play against D2D, and if, well, Game for Glory wins this, well, it is D2D who is going to wait for them on the other side. So it's a lot at stake. Both the teams, well, TMG were in Masters for the previous two phases of the ESL Summer Premiership. Unfortunately, however, they did get relegated the last time around, but well, they have fought their way back. They secured the second position in the Challenger division, and here we are. They're playing the knockout and / the relegation games. They're going to be playing it's going to be two best of ones today, back to back. So the winner of this game will be going up against Dare to Dream. And yeah, Game for Glory though. So they haven't really won any games in the Masters division, but let me be honest, they have shown true gumption, true caliber, and true heart. They don't give up easy. They always take the fight to their opponents. And, well, let's just say that HSB on the opposition team is a god. He is a fantastic aimer. He has tremendous raw potential and raw skill. And the fact of the matter is, I have been really, really impressed with what I've seen with what Game for Glory bring to the table. More importantly, from what I gather, TMG is in a sort of a slump. They're going through a transition phase. And, well, TradeMarc Gaming, if recent games are to be taken into account, are a shadow of their former selves. However, we all hope they can bring their A game to the table, to the plate. It's going to be Train. It's a curious map pick. Game for Glory has lost all the games that they have played on Train, but they have played against opponents that actually are known for their Train gameplay, that being Risky, that being, I think, D2D, and Wolf, I think they lost to on Train as well. TMG on Train, a relatively unknown entity, although in all fairness, they did beat Team Wolf on Train itself in their final moments in the Masters division in the previous phase. So it is going to be a rather interesting game of Counter-Strike. We have two teams that aren't really known for their team or for their Train plays, but they have Equitas subbing in for Haku this game, TMG. So he is known as one of the best minds to ever grace Indian Counter-Strike. What I'm curious about is whether he will be calling today or not. From if my information is correct, which it should be, he won't be calling. It's either going to be Mazel or Ux. Either way, both are pretty competent callers. And actually, I'm rather curious to see what Equitas can bring to the table if he's not calling, because it frees him up to do a lot in terms of, focus on his own gameplay. The guy is so cerebral. He is very good at flanking and basically surprising the enemy a lot. So expect him to push about here and there in the map and get a few surprise picks and backstab like a ninja. And they should be looking to go off to get a flying start and a head start on Game for Glory. And the buy coming out from Game for Glory is pretty straightforward. They have Naughty running utility, 2 flashbangs, and a smoke and a decoy, while the rest of the 4 players are going to go with upgraded armor. Ux, on the other hand, is going to be playing utility man for TMG. He has the kit and the smoke, while the rest of his team is, again, armor buys and decoys out onto Marzel and Equitas. And look at this aggression out from Criminal. He's already out Olaf, and there's a lot of action coming towards Ux from Ivy, and Ux is going to tap away and get taken down. Not a single kill going his way now. Marginal to face. He gets one. Can he get more? No. Criminal there, who'd already made his way out Olaf. This fast, aggressive play out Ivy, and that pins her towards the A-bomb side. Really paying off, but Equitas and Petri picking up 2 quick kills, and Equitas with a quick double. And now it's all down to Naughty, who is playing from Pop Dog. And they've isolated him. They should not be giving him 1v1s, and they don't. Petri hitting that nasty shot, and well, it's good to see Equitas actually frag 2 nasty headshots from him, and Petri chiming in with the brace himself. 2 kills apiece for those two. Marzel getting 1, and that's the pistol round for TMG. Okay then, a good start, and well, Marzel out with the FAMAS, Petri out with the M4. two UMPs out onto Ux and Equitas, and Moon with the MP7. They have a good read. Three SMGs against an opposition that is completely ecoing. That is a very good read coming out. And that nade's going to take a chunk of HP from both Trans and Criminal. And Moon hears this. He should be ready for this upper push. It is going to be covered by Equitas, but he has the UMP, and that's not the best gun at this range. And Marzel completely Helen Keller, but there's Petri chiming in with a 3K already. Moon getting 1 kill and a brace. That's the full house of frags, ladies and gentlemen, between Petri and Moon, and that's 2 rounds on the board and a squeaky clean anti-eco. That is what everybody likes to see. And, well, because the bomb, bomb did go down, and the bomb shouldn't have gone down. Anyway, we're going to see an armor AK buy up from Game for Glory, and KLNT will be able to buy up some utility as well. So they have a couple of smokes to work with Game for Glory, 3 flashbangs and 1 Molotov. Alrighty, now is the challenge. Facing off against 5 AK-47s. Naughty getting naded to oblivion. Whoa! Already down to 25 points of health. And Ux, I think he's realized his folly. KLNT already getting the pick onto Marzel. Moon falling to Trans as well. That's the inner bomb site ripe for the taking. Completely eviscerated that inner presence, but Ux playing very smartly by the smoke. He knows that there's one guy that is going to be HSB. Unfortunately, the MVP of Game for Glory is the one that Ux will face. Equitas in the meantime is going to push Pop Dog, and he's going to make himself known. But like I said, this man is a ninja. Gets 1 kill, is hungry for more. Petri is still there in support with the M4. It is a 2v5, but there we go, down we go. It's a 1v4 now, HSB getting the kill onto Equitas as well. That's a 2k for him. And now Petri alone will try his very best to save this M4. The money onto them should afford them yet another buy, but dinking down Naughty, but Naughty somehow surviving on 2 points of health. He was already so very low. I think Petri should have done a little bit better there and ought to have landed the kill, but well, it is Counter-Strike. Stuff happens, you never know, and TMG should force into this round. Okay, they're just going to go for the armor pistol buy up. Ux still forcing up. And yeah, they're going to get, I think we'll see a 3-man nade stack mid. This is a classic Equitas call. And alright, so it looks like it's going to be a play. Pretty passive setup coming in for Game for Glory, so they're not committing to anything as of yet. There is a player who's made his way down Pop Dog and is smoked off for the time being. That nade stack not really working out in their favor thus far. Petri does spot out 1 player. Ux taking some damage in return. Bomb is still all the way over by T-spawn, and the teammate push coming out. Petri spots out the smoke, but there's KLNT with the support, the double peak of dreams, and Ux also falls to Naughty. This is unraveling rather fast for TMG. Now the rotations are coming in. That Molotov not really going to bother anyone because it does get extinguished by that smoke that's been put down. It's a 5v3 situation. I think the best case scenario for TMG right now would be to try and get as many frags as possible. And there's Moon with the first. Can he get more is the question. Not taking any damage, but there's Marzel to fall to KLNT as well. It's down to a 2v4 retake. The retake not looking so doable, but I mean, try and get some economic damage down. And there's Moon with the second kill. That's what I'm talking about. Nice kills coming in, but there's KLNT already. Well. KLNT and Naughty, 3-piece and a 2-piece for them respectively, and Game for Glory equalize the scores at 2-2. And the money, well, I mean, Ux will be able to buy up armor from masses. Money on Game for Glory good enough to easily buy into this round, even have all the utility under the sun. Still, this round, it all hangs in the balance for this round. They've lost two rounds on the trot, TMG. If they do lose this round, they're going to get 2,400, so they will have to eco the next round. They won't have the money to buy up in the next round because they've bought down to their last dollar, and Ux needs to be careful. He doesn't have any utility, and he's solo holding Ivy here. In the meantime, yet again, Criminal is just making noise towards upper, just trying to keep the defense over on the inner bomb site rooted so that no rotations can come in. But it's a very standard 4-1 setup coming in from TMG, and they're playing very passive. Look at this. They're just playing from the back of the sites. No one putting up for information or trying to aggress. They really don't have the utility to back off in case things go sideways, and the smokes do come raining in for an outer push, and now they've been holding on to this utility for a mid-round push, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Marzel, dinking Naughty through the smoke. That's a naughty shot from Mazel, and there we go. Petri again with a quick 2K, but he's done his job. KLNT does find the kill, but KLNT is so very low, doesn't really have much of a choice, and Mazel does find him. Mazel with a brace himself. Well, all of a sudden, everybody's dead, and Trans is looking into the abyss. That Molotov is gonna hold him off. The defuse can come in, and TMG are running helter-skelter trying to search for this remaining player, and Equitas, Cerebral as always, knows that it has to be Pop Dog, pre-aiming that site and just eviscerates Trans. Alright, third round on the board for TMG, and Game for Glory's money still good enough to buy into this round. KLNT and Naughty either can drop easily for one of their teammates, and that should be the case because HSB and $3,700 would prefer to get a drop. But wait, this is curious. Double op on the T side on Train. Can't really say I've seen that very often. Let me just see what they can do with it. KLNT making his way towards T mid. Should take the shot. Will he land it though? Okay, he's looking over towards Connector. No one's going to present him as of yet. Still a very passive hold coming in from TMG. In the meantime, oh, Naughty does find the kill onto Ux, who was playing towards Ivy. That's going to be huge. Where did he get it from? Oh, he found it over from Pop Dog. That's interesting. In the meantime, HSB is making his way up towards Ivy. He's made his way there. No one's watching this from TMG as of now. There's Petri finally realizing that his Ivy is open and still looking God knows where. And it's down to a 2v3. 2v5, sorry, my bad. There we go. Equitas completely whiffing that spray. And Moon, the lone survivor, again wondering all of a sudden where his entire team went, spraying and praying. But that's HSB, and he doesn't miss very often, and that's exactly him putting his stamp of approval on this round. Scores yet again tied at 3 for 3. And the money for TMG looking rather precarious. I'll tell you why I'm calling it precarious, because they can go for the force, but I mean, they're going to get 2,900. They just got reset right now, so they can't really go for the force either, because they're just going to get $1,900 for the next round, which means players are going to be who all can buy in the next round. Well, everyone can eke out a buy, but again, Mazel is going to be on a very limited buy, and we're yet to see the AWPs come out on TMG. The AWP, a very viable weapon on Train. It's a game changer. Like you saw last round, it's unconventional to run a double op setup on the T side, and whoa, Moon getting the opening kill. But there's Trans and KLNT chiming in with two quick refrags. Equitas going to make his way down, and Trans just cleaning up these and piling up the eco frags for himself. And Ux, no armor against 4 heavily armored and armed T's. What can he do? What can he do? Well, tries to land a kill onto HSB, but HSB turns around 180 degrees and rips Ux's head clean off. And yeah, again, a pretty muted buy. No Molotovs out on TMG. That can be a cause for worry, because Molotovs on Train can be a very crucial linchpin, especially on the CT side, because they can be used either early round to stop early round pushes, or as, you know, deterrences when the smokes come out. And so far from what I've seen, you know, Game for Glory not really interested in doing any sorts of fakes. They're just going straight up YOLO. We're gonna smoke out, dry execute onto the A or the B bomb site, and it's worked out for them so far. So they haven't really needed to resort to any fancy tactics, but HSB taking a ton of damage really early on into the round. He's down to 12 points of health, and I think Trans also took a spot of nade damage. Moon needs to be careful. He's all alone by the inner bomb site, and there's 3 players just waiting for him at upper. So Moon has to be the solo anchor towards the inner bomb site. Needs to be very, very careful. Finally, help is arriving in the form of Equitas, but there's Moon, gets the first kill. Can he do more damage is the question, and Moon still the lone defender. There we go. Equitas does fall, but Mazel to the rescue, gets the kill. But Mazel a bit too eager to push up, and somehow it's down to a 3v2. Ux, though, making his way up old hell, and I think it will be a focus on the outer bomb side, but this is very, very a very dicey situation for Game for Glory to be in. The 2 players surviving are the 2 players with the op. Scratch that, Petri gets the kill on a Naughty, so the only player surviving is KLNT with the op, and missing an easy shot there onto Moon, and Moon is not going to give you too much leeway if you're going to mess up like that. Anyway, 3 rifles kept alive. That is going to be crucial. Also, one of the ops got saved. Gets dropped towards Mazel, one of the most dynamic and explosive oppers I have seen hail from the subcontinent. So this is going to be a sight for sore eyes. Haven't seen Mazel op in a long time. Alrighty. So where is that AWP heading? Oh, spotting out KLNT, and Mazel gets the drop on him, but needs to back away. They know where he's playing from. I don't think he has support. Well, Pop Dog has been smoked off. Ux, so far not having that much luck towards Ivy. He's held it not very successfully thus far. Every time they've pushed Ivy, he has fallen to that push. Hopefully his stars will align and he can, change things around for himself in this map. He does have a lot of support in the form of Petri, who is going to be supporting him, but that Molotov and that flashbang going to catch both of them squarely in the face. Nawak's holding a fairly common angle. One flashbang and he's more or less nullified. Well, make that one smoke and he's more or less nullified. Petri's going to throw down a Molotov and just buy some time for his teammate. Buy some time for the push, actually. And in the meantime, there we go. Ox and Trans, just Trans and Naughty just opening up that outer bomb site, just carving up that defense. 4 players fall like 10 pins. There was just no trades coming in whatsoever. And the shots from Game for Glory just ringing true and ringing. Just what did Moon just do? that was a mistake if I've ever seen one. Dropping an M4, picking up an ump by mistake, and then finally does recover the AK-47. He was going to try and save this rifle because, like I said, TMG yet again going to be reset. If he does save this rifle, then they might contemplate going for a force buy, but again, that would be extremely ill-advised because they'll be sitting on $3,400 and $3,500 on Ux and Petri, and Mazel is broke at $2,700, and Equitas and Moon himself. Let's not even go there. Alrighty, Game for Glory actually giving a very, very firm fight to TMG. 5 rounds on the T half, and TMG yet to have any sort of economic momentum, start any sort of economic momentum going. Ux with the armor 5-7 yet again. I mean, he will be able to buy into the next round. They'll get $1,900. So again, it's going to be a fairly limited buy, but at least he can buy up the armor from us. Oh, and HSB God taking a ton of damage. And HSB, just somebody stop this man already. And there's Equitas with his 5-7, trusted weapon for him. Oh, gets 1. Can he get more? Gets 2 already with the 5-7. What is happening? And Moon with that AK-47 turning up huge, and Equitas decapitates KLNT. And there's Moon in the money. Trans does come into the rescue. What a clutch from Trans. 1v2, yet I will have to say that Equitas was fairly low, but still a very good clutch coming out from Trans to secure the 6th round for Game for Glory. And TMG finally, again, I'm not really understanding the economic decisions. I'm not really getting the economic decisions coming in from TMG because they don't really have the money and they insist on forcing into the round. Okay, we do have a disconnect coming in from TMG. So we will have to wait. Oh, there we go. Petri is back. So we will go live with the round. So Petri can buy up the armor M4 easily. Equitas opting out of a rifle or any sort of primary weapon and opting to go with a 5-7. Deciding to support his team through utility. Having $500 left, I think he should be the one to pick up a kit just in case, because, you never know how these rounds turn out. It is a game of Counter-Strike. Random things just happen. So you can... I mean, technically, you should be having at least one kit on a buy round on the CT side, regardless of what state your economy is in. Basically, what I'm trying to say is you need to give yourself the best possible shot of winning the round. But what I'm finding curious is that TMG are a team that are known for their counter-aggression. They do bring a lot of counter-aggression to the table. And we're not seeing much of that come out from them. They've been playing a very vanilla CT side, resting on their laurels, falling back, holding corners, holding angles. I mean, it's viable, but then against a team that is as explosive as Game for Glory and has players that can hit some crazy good shots in KLNT, Trans, and especially HSB, you want, to take the fight to them and don't allow them to creep in on you and give up so much map control. So I'd like to see, TMG actually, coming out with some aggression on their buy rounds. I mean, it's a risk. It's a high risk, high reward kind of play. But so far, Game for Glory has been playing a very good T side. They've been methodical. They haven't jumped the gun. They've cleared out their corners. They've been playing the buddy system. So far, when Game for Glory would play, one of the biggest complaints that I used to have of them is that they were very disjointed, in the sense that they would be rushing in one by one, especially on the T side on train. But it seems they've gone back to the drawing board, worked on them pretty comprehensively. And today they've come back fresh and with a brand new game plan. And I'm seeing a lot more cohesion and a lot more unity in them as a team. The team play has been up to the mark. You don't really see any one standout performer on Game for Glory. Yes, Criminal is yet to show up to the server. He's sitting on 2 frags. But you never know what his role is what role has been assigned to him by the IGL. I mean, he can be a pure support role for this map for all you know. His IGL is telling him that, okay, Criminal, your role for this round is to just keep on flashing from above T-mid as we make our way outer, or keep flashing from rafters as we make our way inner. He could be the dedicated utility player. You never know. So it's very it's a very dubious, it's a very slippery slope when you just gauge a player's impact on a round based purely off of kills. But one thing I can assure you is that Ux has attained and has successfully registered for Her Majesty's Secret Service. He is the new James Bond, sitting on 007. And Ux really needs to turn up to this game. He has been one of the pillars for TMG throughout their, Masters journey. And they really benefit from a positive Ux who is hitting his shots and, he kind of is the hard carry quite a few times on that team. Actually, TMG does have a lot of mad fraggers. There's Moon, there's Marzel, there's Petri, Ux. They're all very good technically, but something somewhere is just not clicking. And they've been kind of off recently. Well, anyway, the timeout does get called off, and we are going to go live in about 5 seconds. And let's see, it is a gun round coming out from TMG. What can they do with it? All right, HSB is going to make his way out. Team mid, that Molotov is going to, spots out Marzel, already tagged down to 67 points of health. This is gonna get hairy for Marzel, and yes it does. Criminal popping out just as I was saying that he's yet to show up to the server. He pops out and he's showing everybody that this man can aim. Very, very explosive entries yet again onto the outer bomb side, and everyone's dead. And Moon again left contemplating life and decisions. He was playing inner. The entire outer defense just falls like a house of cards in a hurricane, and all of a sudden he's in a 1v5 situation. Flash himself out, spots out Naughty, but cannot really convert that into a kill. Naughty's going to give him an instant plastic surgery to the face and say, thank you very much. I will take my 7th round and be on the way. 7-4 is the score after 11 rounds of play, and Game for Glory on the T side of Train are in the lead. Okay then, yet another eco, and HSV opening things up. As always, this man is just pure death and destruction. In the meantime, Moon is going to face down 3 players, but he has no armor, no hope, nothing going in his favor whatsoever, and Naughty's just going to be a little naughty with him and put him down. In the meantime, KLNT gets the drop on Ux, and Marzel does fall to HSV as well. Well, those were 2 very quick rounds, 8 rounds on the board already for Game for Glory and TMG. Okay then. Ux has by now even transcended James Bond. He's on 009. When will we see him join the server is my question, because Game for Glory right now, their money is running out of hand. They're all sitting on over. The average money on Game for Glory right now, if you just add up all 5 and divide it by 5, is going to be around 9,500. That is a ridiculous amount of money to have on the T side after 13 rounds of play on the 13th round, because basically you can buy every round till the end of the half now. And Mazel is out with the AWP. What can he do with it is the question. It is a buy round coming in from TMG at least. They should try and save face and end it as an 8-7 half. By that, I mean, I'm not sure whether they will be. Ux changing up his position. Ivy not really working out for him. Playing a much more aggressive position. I like this. They're going to take the fight to Game for Glory. And he's going to be holding E-Box. Needs to be careful though. There we go. The outer hit coming in. HSB making his way. And Ux and Mazel, 2 quick kills for them. And Ux finally opening his fragging with a quick brace. Can he make it a triple? Oh, baby, a triple. Finally, HSB does take them down, but HSB finding a brace, but there's Mazel to shut him down as well. 5th round finally on the board for TMG after what seems like ages. And what's even more crucial is that they keep 3 players alive, which means they can go into this round as well with a healthy bye. However, there's still gonna be a little lackluster on the economic front. Alrighty, scores are 5-8. We're going into the penultimate round of the first half, and as we can see here, Game for Glory has defaulted to, well, has fallen back to their defaults, but there's Petri finally opening up the kill, and Mazel, it's just, I don't know what happens to TMG. It's like they're playing like a completely different team. And not KLNT with that AWP, he knows where Mazel's playing from. Trans does find Aequitas, that brings it down to a 4v3. Scratch that, Trans finding 2 kills. That's the inner bomb side, completely ripe for the taking. And will we see a pincer or will we see... Oh, Ux has bomb control. KLNT needs to be careful, but what is this? Ux, KLNT just spraying him down with the Tech 9, not stopping there. Gets the kill on a Petri as well. KLNT and Trans just completely turn the round around on its head. And for all intents and purposes, it should be 9-5. And it should be a 10-5 half, unless Mazel can go God mode and just... Well... clutch out this round. Being very careful, Criminal. Well, not gonna happen. Money gone, and most likely the half should end 10-5 in favor of Game for Glory. Well, a force buy for the anti-penultimate round of the first half. 15 rounds, and the 15th round, the score stand 9-5, with Game for Glory pulling off one of the best showings on the train T side I have seen them put on the cards in a very, very long time. And I'll be honest, folks, I have been really impressed with the way that Game for Glory has been playing. They haven't really won many matches, but I really want to see them on LAN. I want to see what they bring to the table, and there's Criminal opening things over the kill on the Petri. HSB gets a kill on the Mazel. It's down to a 3v5. The flank is coming in. Ux is praying and praying away with the P250, but don't really find the kill. Moon, in the meantime, does find Criminal. That nade from Moon is going to go out and might just find KLNT. Nope, not going to do enough damage. KLNT left internally bleeding at 7 points of health. But there's 4 players to be found, and they're going to just come pushing through the smoke, but no knife for you. No stabby, shanky, naughty, but HSB just going to return the favor by spraying him down through the smoke. And like I said, well, it's 10-5, so call me Nostradamus, because I freaking called it. It's a 10-5 half going in for Game for Glory. What a commanding T side being put up by Game for Glory. And now they're going to start on the CT side, the favored side on the train map. And it is looking like TMG might have just dug themselves into a hole that they maybe might not be able to climb themselves out of. Alright, KLNT making his way. Oh, a fast play out outer, and KLNT tapping away, gets one. Can he get more? That sucks to fall. Instant brain surgery, but Mazel just returning the favor, and Moon now having spotted out Trans, and HSB does fall out a bit cheaply, but there we go. Trans finding kills, but Aequitas chiming in, spamming away with that Glock. It's somehow down to a 3v2, and Aequitas just not done there, but Trans not going to go down without a fight. Does go down to Mazel, and now it's all down to Naughty. Can he do the naughty things that he's been doing throughout the map and just steal around from under TMG's feet? TMG looking a lot more organized, and there's Petri. just constant aggression, nipping away, letting those Glocks just do the work, chipping away at the HP of the Game for Glory players, and that is death by paper cuts. And finally, TMG do find a sliver of hope here, getting the pistol round, so that means they should be able to pick up the next round. They need to be careful, though. They are going to face off against a force by Naughty, though, with the UMP. I think he should drop it to Criminal or HSB. They do have armor to work with, but Naughty going to prefer to stay with the naked UMP. It is a fairly good force by actually coming in from Game for Glory. They might actually be able to catch TMG off guard. And look at this, Naughty just running up teammate, but does get taken down. There is Trans lying in wait, and Ux again just getting caught off guard. No one's checking Pop Dog for him. This is completely disjointed play coming out from TMG. Ux does find a kill though, and a 1-for-1 trade, while it is going to favor the T's, they really cannot afford any mistakes going forward in this map. And what is happening? Yeah, so the T's slowly inching their way towards inner. And I think, yeah, Game for Glory have a very good read on this. They've already they're committing 3 players to the inner hit, and need to be careful, TMG, if they do get caught up. That smoke a bit too advanced. I mean, it's not going to do anything. And there we go, KL, and he just chipping away, gets one. Petri falls to Criminal, and now it's down to Mazel and, well, Moon. What can they do? They have tagged on Criminal to very low. Bomb is out, dropped out in the open. Moon gets 1 kill, but there's KLNT with the refrag, but there's a player right behind. Oh no, there's not. Mazel having taken care of Trans. He's down to a 1v2. Mazel really low on the HP. Can't really afford to have any misspeaks right now. KLNT forcing that shot off from him, forcing him to miss. But I don't think KLNT is a player who's going to miss twice in a row. HSB God with the Deagle is a god. He can solo wreck teams with the hand cannon. And, well, Mazel playing a very dangerous game of cat and mouse right now. Just teasing the enemies. Does manage to pick up the bomb, but I don't think he'll have the time to go for the plant. And there's 10 seconds left. They're just toying with him, and HSB's made his way up. Oh, that fake plant, and there we go. The perfect double peak coming out from Game for Glory. They pair up and take down the final thorn in their side. That was Mazel. That's the economy of TMG. Kind of broken. They have to force buy into this round as well. And what a shit show, as they say. Thus far, this has been. I mean, Game for Glory have been playing a very, very good game of Counter-Strike thus far. They have surpassed themselves, improved a lot since the last time I had the pleasure of casting them. And if they win this and the game against D2D, I'll be really, really happy to see them on LAN. To be very honest, they deserve a spot. They deserve a shot in the LAN. I'm not saying D2D don't or TMG don't, but these guys have shown that. Well, I'm just curious, like, provided an even playing field without any complaints of high pings or variants, I want to see what they bring to the table. And Mazel just walking out like a lamb to the slaughter. In the meantime, Equitas has made his way out into Olaf, and he's going to get spotted out by KLNT, who's going to grab himself 2 quick kills. Also spots out Petri. He's going to tap away Petri. Not going to present himself for an easy kill, though. In the meantime, Ux out in the open, crouch shooting, and Trans, I think he's going to switch to his P2000. But there's HSB with the backstab and the support. 12-6 is the score. 19 rounds of Counter-Strike, 18 rounds having played. We're going into the 19th round, and TMG yet again, Ux with the force buy. What is happening? Alrighty. Oh, HSB, some NA nade action for your viewing pleasure here, ladies and gentlemen. But again, a fast play out from Pop Dog, and Naughty completely blinded, but no one's marking him. What? How is he alive to survive for so long? And HSB just cleaning house, pulls off the Deagle. Finally does get taken down, but it's all down to Petri right now, spamming away with the Tech 9. He's going to get swarmed from all 3 sides and taken down. And Game for Glory right now just acted like a swarm of angry bees zeroing in on their kill. That was Petri just surrounding him from all directions. It was like Abhimanyu in the Chakra view, just unable to make his way out. And there we go, 13 rounds on the board for Game for Glory, and TMG are in dire straits. Finally, their gun round coming out. All 5 on AK-47s, 5 smokes out onto them, a decent amount of utility to work with as well. What can they do to stop this flow of rounds coming out from Game for Glory right about now? They need to do something desperate, and it looks like it's going to be a fast play. Ux already out towards Old Hell. He can catch one, yes, does decapitate KLNT, but now they know where he's playing from. Does find Trans as well. Ux with a quick brace. HSB playing very passive from old bomb site. Can he put a stopper onto this flow of terrorists coming into the outer bomb site? And no, the answer is no. Ux finding the third for his round himself. There's Naughty and getting at least 1 kill back. It's down to a 2v3. The CT smartly regrouping and re-aggressing as a unit. Marzel getting spotted out. Sorry, Moon getting spotted out on the edge of the smoke, but he will land the kill on a Naughty while Petri finds that kill onto Criminal. And that's the 7th round on the board for TMG, and a pretty good round coming out from them, to be honest. Losing just 1 player, keeping 4 alive, and that means they can go into this round with a very good buy, including the utility that they need to actually execute or even fake towards one bomb site and then later execute towards the second bomb site. Well, having strung together what I think, 3 rounds in a row and not losing that many members, most of the team can buy up, but Marzel presenting himself being a bit too cocky here, HSB. Ux will find the kill. Finally, Ux coming alive, a bit too late, although. But look at that. Moon getting picked. Moon getting the pick onto Naughty. Naughty does get traded. 1-for-1 trade, not really going to help. Petri, in the meantime, does find Trans, and again, it's going to come down to KLNT and Criminal to try and clutch out this round. But Criminal falls so soon, and KLNT now, he's going to back off and try and save the AWP. There's not really much left to him in terms of options and plays. He can't really go for the retake against a 1v3, but knowing that this is TMG, they're more than likely to just present him with 3 1v1s. Like, as you can see there, Marzel not being aware of the fact that his feet are visible, and he does get taken down by KLNT. He brings it down to a 1v2. KLNT is doing a ton of economic damage right now towards TMG, which means that if they do pick up their next round, Game for Glory, they can actually stand a very legitimate chance of resetting their economy. There we go. KLNT successfully managing to save the AWP, and the reason that TMG did not even bother going for the hunt is because they know their economy is not really shored up yet, so they can't really afford to keep throwing rifles, risk throwing away rifles to KLNT, who has been feeling it, is top fragging the server right now with 21 frags. So you don't really want to go up against a player with the big green gun who is absolutely on point right about now. And yet again, Ux fast out towards outer. He's already made his way out, Olaf, but this time I think both the players should be ready. And there is aggression up from Ivy as well. Petri finding the kill on the Trans. And KLNT does spot out Equitas, and Naughty picking up Petri. Petri not before getting the 2 kills, but Ux playing from the edge of the smoke and getting the kill, and Marzel and Equitas just double down on their Ivy push, and a very comfortable round towards the end. And finally, the Game for Glory economy is looking like it's going to be on the doldrums. A final Hail Mary buy coming out from them. Rifles, armor, a little bit of utility, no kits whatsoever. So if TMG win this round, they actually have an honest chance of forcing an eco out from Game for Glory. I think the best option for Game for Glory right now is counter-aggression, and that's exactly what's going to happen. And there's 2 players right there. Naughty's still blinded, but he still somehow managed to get the kill onto Equitas. But Moon's there for the refrag. It's a 2-for-1 trade. Not going to really favor it. Ux is making his presence rather known. Not really spotting out the player. He's playing on the edge of the smoke, but Ux somehow managing to land the spray down regardless. Trans, though, playing from heaven. It's a very good position. I don't think he's played it thus far, and Ux gonna get spotted out. Not really able to land the shot, and Petri with a nasty flick onto Trans does go down, and now again Criminal finding himself in a 1v4. Moon spotting him out just to the edge of the smoke and falling back and allowing his teammates to clean up the kill behind him, and that is Ux with a headshot through the smoke. From a player who was completely absent from the server in the first half to someone who's already up to 11 kills. Well. For someone who went 0-9, that is actually a pretty commendable turn of events, I would say. Alright, yet another IV push, and this time catching both players squarely in the face. KLND gets the first pick and runs back, although Ux does get the kill onto HSB elsewhere, and Naughty also has taken a ton of damage, but KLND is going to reaggress, picks up the AK-47 and falls back, but in the meantime Petri has found the kill on Naughty as well, and not Criminal. Oh, nasty shot on a Marvel through the smoke, picks up the AWP and no scopes Equitas. But the damage is done. Ux and Petri do find the killer piece, but there is an op for the taking for Trans, and he's going to try and reach for it. Does ding down Petri, but Petri with a quick 3K and Ux with a brace. And now TMG are on 11, and Game for Glory finally will go in with a buy. And well, this fast play that TMG has been bringing to the table round after round from the outer bomb side seems to be paying dividends. From 10 to 5, they've brought the game back to 13 to 11. And will we see more explosive play? I want to see what where KLND takes the AWP. He's going to take it over towards Connector, and the flash has just come raining down. The Molotov is going to catch Ux. He's completely blinded and he's burning to his death. No, not he's going to get the pick. And for the first time in a very long time, a man advantage is going to go make that a 2-man advantage. Is going to go to Game for Glory, make that a 3-man advantage, because Criminal is just praying away, but Equitas does get the kill, wrap around from heaven, and he's going to make his way towards Connector. That nade's going to find Trans, but getting caught with the nade out, the worst possible thing to happen. And now it's a 4v5 retake situation. Trans burning alive, Petri's stuck on the bomb site. That flashbang not really going to catch anybody. In the meantime, it is going to be Moon and Mazel to get 2 quick frags. And yet again, Petri, getting spotted out from the top of the smoke, is going to come down to Moon in a 1v2. Can he stop the bomb from being defused is the question. And fake the defuse, but Moon unable to land the spray down. And there we go. Game for Glory. Pick up finally the 14th round. Although in all honesty, 3 players went down. They do pick up the round, but they're going to be struggling a little bit on the economic front, I guess. The money on TMG is looking spick and spam. They can buy into this round quite comfortably. But the buy coming out from Game for Glory, yes, they do manage to put 5 rifles on the board. That means 4 M4s and an AWP. That's a pretty good buy given the circumstances. But they have bought down to their last dollar. So they need to be careful. They don't want to get reset, because that means TMG stand an honest chance of actually tying up the scores. And finally, Game for Glory wise up to what TMG has been doing round after round, and they change things up. They throw down that early Molotov and nade Ux to oblivion, but Petri just pops out and gets 2 kills like it's just a casual stroll on a Sunday evening. But well, sadly, the other players not feeling the same way as Petri is. They're all damaged. Petri is on 56 points of health. Moon internally bleeding on 16, and it's down to a 3v2 all of a sudden. All that hard work put in by Petri kind of neutralized instantly. The down goes Criminal, and Moon brings it down to a 2v2. It is doable, and Moon just, well, whiter than fresh snow on the driveway. Still down to 1v2. Moon just playing cheekily in that smoke, and the diffuser is gonna get stuck, and Moon's gonna go for the knife. Okay then. In the meantime, Trans is gonna try his luck spraying through the smoke, unable to find anything, and Moon with what a play, ninja-rific, as they say. He was just the, I don't know, crouching tiger, hidden Moon. Really don't know what to say here. He just stood in the smoke, waited patiently, waited for the diffuse, and went, "I'ma shank ya," and stabbed Trans in the back. Well, like I said, the worst possible outcome of that round win from Game for Glory has happened. They have been reset. They'll have to eco this round, and there's a very good chance of TMG actually equalizing the score, because the buy Game for Glory will take into the next round is going to be pretty poor, as they say. Well, but KLNT does somehow manage to land the kill regardless, and there's 2 players out on the inner and 2 players outer. They're just trying to allow for the bomb to go down and cut off the rotations as they happen, I think. And there's Mazel gonna find Trans. Will he? There's Naughty just snuck up on him like a bat out of hell, but Mazel just quick enough spins around 90 degrees and finds 2 kills, easy peasy. All right, 13 on the board, and like I said, I don't know what the proper, the best call for Game for Glory is, but in my opinion, this is the right way to go about it. Allow for TMG to catch up to 14 rounds, because given this buy and given how explosive TMG have been this far, well, looks like it's going to be a nade stack. I want to see this. I want to see this glorious display of Diwali on teammate. Let's go. Hydro bomb incoming, folks. And 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a smoke nades. Well, Ux does get put down to half health, but he's going to still find his way to safety. But well, Trans just coming out, barreling out. I don't know what. He just Assassin's created his way into Ux's face and got the kill. But there's Equitas, there's the IV push. And Moon and Equitas equalizing man advantage and getting it finally in their favor. But there's HSB gets the kill. Still alive and well, though. Managing to get the kill on a Petri as well, and now it's all up to Criminal. He's gonna spot bomb, recovers an AK-47 and instantly dispatches off with Equitas, but there's Moon for the rescue. And well, somehow TMG, well, they should thank their stars. They're on 14 rounds, and after a 10-5 half, I honestly did not think this comeback was possible. Well. Who'd have thunk it, folks? Scores are 14-14, and we're going to go into the penultimate round of this half and this game. And that's the smoke crossing, and this time we're not going to see unbridled aggression coming out from Ux. That smoke's going to extinguish the Molotov, and oh, what a shot from Ux! Instant headshot for HSB, and he goes down like a sack of potatoes, but Petricore and Moon gonna go down. That's just man advantage being neutralized, but Petri and Ux gonna find 2 kills and put it into a 1v3 for Criminal. He has it all to do. Bomb still to go down, so there's still time for Criminal to maneuver into a more advantageous position. Finds one, but there's just 3 players looking in his general direction, and he can't really split himself into 2. Even Rajnikant can only shoot 2 people at one time, and that is courtesy a blade and a revolver, neither of which were at Criminal's disposal. And he does fall, and it's match point for TMG, and that was looking like one of the most unlikeliest outcomes after the end of the first half, which just goes to show that anything is possible in a game of Counter-Strike, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Ux already making his way out, but Naughty's going to get the drop on him, and he was taking a ton of fire damage, but there's Petri with the refrag. And, well, KLNT playing dead end. He's being patient. He's not really going to aggress. Knows that there's no point giving up the, giving up the man advantage, basically, or giving up a man advantage, in fact, not the man advantage, but a man advantage. In the meantime, Marshall has made his way up Sandwich, and KLNT is making a ton of noise. Marshall should know where he's playing from, but his shot is not going to be good enough. In the meantime, Petri does find HSB, so it's again equalized 3-3. And oh, Petri landing a nasty shot on the KLNT, but look at this, Trans going to push through the smoke, lines them up and gets them both. And now Petri is all alone in a 1v2, and he goes down, and it's going to be overtime, folks. 15-15. And we're going to see a lot more of Game for Glory versus TMG. What is life, ladies and gentlemen? What is life anymore? How is the scoreline even remotely possible? I will never know. Ux finished the first half, I think, with 4 kills. He's fought his way back into the map. And like I said, once Ux starts going, so does TMG. They're a very confidence-based team. But now, it is essentially a brand new game. $10,000 across the board. And, well, that Molotov is going to force KLNT off the green train. And it looks like it's going to be a play towards the inner bomb site. And whoa, Criminal caught napping there. A little bit of brain fart from his point of view. And Petri, what is Petri doing from the player who claims that he's forgotten how to aim? He's just kicking ass and taking names, ladies and gentlemen. But KLNT is going to find frag onto Mazel. That Molotov is going to force him out, force Naughty out into the open. And, well, decent post plants coming in. Petri playing just by oil train. I like to call this Sandwich because there's really no other call for it. And Naughty trying the cheeky no-scope, missing it. Pulls out the P250 and a battle of just spam fest there. Petri does not come out on top, but Equitas is there for the trade, and Moon gonna rattle off a few shots, and all of a sudden he's gonna find himself all alone because, well, the rest of his team decided to take a nap and just roll over and die, and there's KLNT with the support that Trans needed, and he's gonna stick the defuse and win the round. First round going to Game for Glory. The score is 16-15. I'm so glad to see some of the viewers in chat remember that epic marathon that TMG themselves were a part of. The game which ended, I think, 49-47 or something. And yeah, Vedant wants it to go to that. Please no, have mercy on the poor caster and the players also. But yeah, second round of overtime, folks, and the Marzel's gonna get bum rushed by Naughty, and he's gonna go down. And Naughty not done yet, gets the kill onto Ux as well. That's 2 quick kills, 2-man advantage, and there's Petri with the refrag. Petri making his way out. Ivy Pop Dog, but there's Naughty and HSB. They're just not done. They're just absolutely wrecking TMG this overtime, the first half at least. Finally playing the CT side the way trained CT side is meant to be played. And now Moon is in a 1v4 clutch situation. I've lost count of the number of times I've said this same phrase, and now Moon all alone in a 1v4 with an AK-47, armor, 1 flashbang, the C4 and a Dream. Well, I've never said that in that particular order, but still, you get the gist. They're just the entire TMG squad, if they're not pushing out aggro all the time, they're just capitulating, and Naughty is gonna hear this and gonna get taken down by Moon. Not taking some damage, and Moon finds out KLND, gets the kill. Well, brings it down to a 1v2. For all intents and purposes, the bomb might just be allowed to go down. That's going to give TMG some added extra money to work with in the final round. But okay, Moon going to fake that. KLND with the AWP. Not really going to fall for the fake plant, and now he has to stick it. And the problem is now the rotation has come in. They can actually aggress as a unit. Game for Glory. And oh, Moon being ever so vigilant, but HSB so aware, spotting out the feet of Moon before he even had the chance to peek out, and takes him down the moment he rears his face. And because TMG haven't won a single round in the first half of the overtime, their money is not going to be good enough to allow everyone to buy up weapons. Marzel is going to be stuck with just a P250. And Ux finally doing what he was doing all this while, but KLND ready as ever. They've read this like an open book by now. And just ready, pre-aiming that spot and just taking Ux down as if, like, you were as insignificant as an LEM on Indian matchmaking. There we go, Naughty finding the second frag onto Marzel. He just wanted to go for that gun. Let him at least get the gun, folks. Give him a fair chance to defend himself. I mean, where is your honor, as they would say in Game of Thrones. But this is Counter-Strike. You never go into a fair fight if you can, and what is honor? In the meantime, Criminal all alone does get found by Petrico. But look at that. How has HSB been allowed to stay alive for so long? Petri finally does clean up the kill, but he's on 15 points of health all alone in a 1v2, and he's being, well, he's gonna get double teamed. KLNT, I don't know what he was looking at, but managed to flick to him, take 3 steps, and get the kill, which was a wall bang. Alrighty, a perfect, flawless half coming out for Game for Glory. The first half of overtime, 18-15 is the score, and TMG might just lose their marbles right now. Alright, map point for Game for Glory. The moment they have been waiting for so long is just a stone's throw away. And Ux is going to make a very fast play towards Pop Dog. In the meantime, the hit out onto the inner bomb site is going to come in full swing. Moon, Ux does find Naughty, but Moon still somehow staying alive. Trans does find him. Is down to a 3v3. The retake is on in full force, and we already see Ux on the flank. Trans is marking it though, but that Molotov might just force him off. Bomb has gone down. Trans does find him, but now he's in a 1v2 situation. Can he find 2 kills? Will they give him 1v1s? TMG are notorious for not peeking together, but Petri has made his way onto the bomb train and is going to find the kill on Trans. Alright, at least the first round, TMG do pull it back. So, well, like I said, TMG have to take it 1 round at a time. They cannot, you know, get too dejected. It's not over until the fat lady sings. That's an opera reference, in case, for those of you. Not the browser, the, you know, theater. Just in case. I'm just clearing my bases. I've been recently told that I am a bit too verbose and that my vocabulary needs refining. So here is me. You can't get more refined than opera theater, folks. That is the mark of highbrowedness. Alright, Ux gonna spot out HSB. Gonna get entangled in a duel, and Ux is gonna come out on top. Has taken some damage, is on 15 points of health. In the meantime, he does get taken down by KLNT, who's just Trans is just gonna bombard into the outer bomb set. Gets one, can he find more? Nope, Petri does put a stopper on things, but he's also taking a ton of damage in return. Now KLNT gonna peek Pop Dog yet again, but there is aggression from Ivy. Or the Ivy push should come in. Okay, they're gonna reevaluate, re-assimilate, and regroup and hit the inner bomb side. In the meantime, we have Moon making his way back towards inner. He knows what's up. Can he find the frags though? That is what is most important at this moment. The rotation has come in full flow, but Criminal... Oh, nice shot out by Marzel, and Moon gets the kill regardless. And now Naughty in a 1v3 situation. Bated breath all around Naughty. Just being patient. He's just going to wait it out. Playing the long game here. I like this. Okay, just as I say that, why do I jump the gun myself? Alright, Naughty gets the kill onto Petri, unsuspecting, but now they know where they're from, and Marzel's not going to miss those, not in a million years. And 17 to 18, and OT2 is looking like a real possibility, folks. Alrighty, match has been paused, and I think it is a tactical timeout being called from Game for Glory. Tactical? Okay, I would think it's maybe technical. Well, one player has dropped from the server, and that is who just disconnected. I think KLNT is here, Trans is here, Naughty is here, HSB is here. Whom am I missing? Well, someone's disconnected. And the scores are 17 to 18. We're going to go into the final round of the first overtime. And so far, TMG have played a pretty decent CT side. I think, like, finally, after ending 10-5 on the CT side, both teams actually had a 10-5 half on CT side, if you think about it. They finally realized and woke up to the fact that Train is an extremely CT-sided map, and that they need to be doing better on the favored side. And, well, something must have clicked for both teams. And so far, Game for Glory posted a perfect CT side half on overtime, and they have been struggling a little bit with this with the T side. And TMG thus far, having won both rounds on the trot, they really don't have any room for error. If they lose this, they're out. They miss their shot at the LAN. And I mean, regardless of all internal strife that's being reported in TMG, no player or no team wants to not be there at a LAN. Alrighty, so still waiting. Fifth player. Oh, it was Criminal who dropped. Of course, my bad. And again, because Game for Glory failed to pick up a single round on the T side, their buy is going to be a bit more limited, not being able to afford up 5 rifles. And KLNT is going to be playing with the Tech 9. He's going to be relegated to that. In the meantime, Ux is making his way to Pop Dog yet again, and the Molotov is going to come raining down, but not the players as of yet. HSB and Naughty are going to be making their way up towards teammate. That Molotov is going to throw them off for a little while, but it's not going to deter Naughty in the slightest bit. He's going to go charging out, and Criminal is going to find Ux, and KLNT is going to find Petri. This is going south very fast. Mars is going to fall like a sack of rotten potatoes as well. And now all of a sudden it's down to 2v5. Equitas and Moon. Equitas not known for his stellar aim, but he can get those kills day in, day out. But good post plans coming in from Game for Glory in general. Pretty spread out. There's scope for the trades, and Equitas goes down and Moon all alone. Oh, KLND trying the Assassin's Creed leap of faith, but down he goes, and that's GG. Well played, folks. Game for Glory clutch out this game 19-17, and TMG will have to bid fare thee well to their hopes and dreams of even getting a shot at the LAN, because it's going to be Game for Glory who are going to go marching on and face Dare to Dream in just a moment's notice. That's the second game that's all coming up for you guys, folks. Game for Glory versus Dare to Dream. Don't go anywhere, folks. It's gonna be a cracking game of Counter-Strike, and I'll be seeing you in just under 5 to 10 minutes. So stay tuned, and we'll be back just after the short break.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, what an amazing game it was. I mean, TradeMarc Gaming really played it well, and Game for Glory, they did not back down. It went to overtime, but looks like the Pakistani team did take over one, and now they'll be facing Dare to Dream. Now, this is going to be really fascinating because both the teams seems to be high performing right now. So let's take a look at both of the teams and see what we have here. As you guys know, the Pakistani team just showed everyone what they're made of. Let's talk a bit about the team they're going to be facing off right now. The team they're going to be playing against is Dare to Dream. You guys know them. They're based in Mumbai and they're led by Hell Ranger. I mean, if you're in the CSGO scene, you know who Bhavin is. Dare to Dream was one of the top 4 teams in ESL India Premiership 2016. Now, a win today will help the team retain their Master League spot as well as allow them to attend the summer season finale, which will take place in Mumbai. Now, while it will be quite interesting to see the Pakistani team attend the Mumbai finale, my heart kind of stands with my country team. So I am going to be cheering for the team. But I have to say, Game for Glory is an amazing team, and both the teams look matched to me. So it's going to be very exciting to go into the last game of the day and the last game of the relegations in summer season phase 3. That's right. This is going to be the last game that you guys are going to be watching until the finale, which is going to happen in Mumbai on 1st and 2nd of July. Now, you guys have been amazing. Those who have joined in on ESL India Facebook page, I hope you guys have liked to, and those who have joined us on ESL India YouTube gaming channel, don't forget to subscribe to keep yourself updated on all the action that happens here at ESL India. You guys are watching ESL India Premiership 2017, sponsored by Omen by HP, HyperX, Zaivenq, and organized by Nodwin Gaming. So I'm gonna go ahead and let my caster and the player set up, and you guys can enjoy the final game of the day.
Be still now and feel the water. Keep the ground upon your cheek when you dwindle in. You be kind and let me go. I'm as timeless as you feel.
Triple kill! Godlike! Ultra kill! Rampage!
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the second decider game for the final spot in the ESL Masters LAN event this time, actually. To be very frank, the team that wins this game gets to go to the LAN that is going to happen in a week's time on the 1st and 2nd of July in Lower Parel in Mumbai. So that's a lot at stake here. Both teams are rearing for that final spot in that ever so coveted LAN that ESL hosts. There are going to be 3 of them spread throughout the year with the prize pool amounting to $100,000. It's a lot at stake for both these teams here. No one wants to miss out a chance to play at a LAN. That is the ultimate litmus test for any team, any player, is how well you perform at a LAN. Like if standard banter on Indian CS:GO matchmaking is to be considered, every troll you'll see is all LAN pe mil. 1v1 LAN me bro. So ignoring those dregs of the gene pool, LAN is the litmus test for all professional players, or even players looking to go professional for that matter. And it is going to be Poker F who's going to be filling in for Kappa for today in Dare to Dream. Poker F having officially resigned from the D2D roster earlier this year, a month or so ago, and Amaterasu having joined D2D in his stead, and Kappa will be transitioning to the coach role. However, since the rosters are locked for this season of this phase of the ESL Masters Premiership, D2D are still going to have to play with that old roster. So yeah. Alright, pistol round, Hellranger and Blackhawk running utility, and we're going to see, and KLN is going to go pushing up mid for information, and somehow Blackhawk ordains that there might be a mid push, and backs off, and Shabby and Blackhawk holding 2 different angles and spotting the same position, that is the mid push. This could get really hairy for KLND, and insta dink coming in from Shabby, and there we go, the kill coming out from Shabby, the raid boss with the Tech 9, and for all intents and purposes, it's looking like it's gonna be a B hit. They're running two raid bosses. Shabby with the Tech 9 along with Antidote. This can get really, really precarious for Game for Glory really fast. HSB just gonna be peeking up B short, trying to gather some information, trying to get some map control back from the teams. We're more than happy to give it to them actually. So they've made some noise towards the B apps and have reconvened their nefarious plans over towards the A bomb side. They still have both the smokes at their disposal. They're gonna come raining in rather shortly, I would assume. There we go. That's Hellranger lining up the smoke for Connector and the one for Stairs. Okay, so they're just going to be focused towards CT spawn. Oh, but Trans landing a nice shot on a Poker F, getting completely blinded though, but still it's a 4v4. Retake is very much possible, provided these guys go off, and there's Naughty and Trans just doubling up and just eviscerating the T hit. And oh, Antidote all of a sudden finding himself one head short. And unfortunately, he needs that to survive. And down he goes. Shabby, in the meantime, does get the kill onto HSB. And down goes Shabby as well. And now it's all down to Blackhawk with 41 points of health, facing 3 very armed, very capable counter-terrorists. But what is this? Blackhawk is just going off. He's gotten 2 heads. Can he find the third is the question on everybody's mind. He's dancing around the tango of death and life around triple boxes. And he's going to go charging in with the Glock and gets the 3rd kill. Blackhawk, son, take a bow. You just clutched this round from the jaws of defeat for Dare to Dream. There we go. First round does go to Dare to Dream. 1-0 is the score. Alrighty. Match has been paused. Is it a technical one or a tactical one? Okay, so Hellranger or Dare to Dream has called a tactical timeout. Hell is known as one of the most cerebral players and is considered in the current stock of IGLs to be the best. Is considered on paper to be the best. Although recent performances do, draw some questions of Hell's decision making, especially in the map veto department. His in-game calls are on point. His game sense is right up there with the best in the country. But it's just some of the decisions that go into, deciding what maps they're going to pick and ban and play finally is what leads to a couple of questions. Because he has this tendency of picking the opponent's best map and just, he tries to prove a point with every game, but that's not necessarily the smartest thing, to do going forwards. Because, well, like recently, they played Mineski. They're a team that's really nowhere on the radar, even when it comes to SEA teams. But when it comes to overpass, it's when even teams like Rekka and Boot avoid. And these are two teams that are quite good on these maps. And that's how good Mineski is on overpass. And Hell decides to play exactly that map. And HSP. Okay then. Just death and destruction all around. Antidote and Pokerev getting a kill apiece. Antidote does get dinked down to 4 points of health, but I mean the damage has been done. 2 men to the good right now, and there we go. Criminal does pick up Antidote, who was frightfully low. Does pull back the man advantage for at least 1 kill, but there's Blackhawk with the immediate trade. Trans has made his way all the way towards T-spawn, and I don't think that Hell is aware of this. They might just still think that both the players are still playing over towards the B bomb site. No one's really gone in and checked, but that is exactly what Shabby is doing. So they're going to be relaying off this message that, yo guys, maybe a flank is coming in, and there's Criminal and Trans. They're just going to play patient. I think they just should try and go for the exits. They don't really have the kits, and there are 4 players on the bomb site as we speak. And Shabby's going to spot out KLNT. Criminal will find that kill, and that's a very, very poor Molotov. It burns off away under Palace, and T-Ramp does get smoked. So they know exactly where the remainder of the 2 players is. And right now, I think both Criminal and Trans are just looking to get kills, trying to stack up all the money they can, and see where it goes from that point forwards. Alrighty, folks. So, well, D2D do clean up that round. They lose 3 players in the process and give quite a lot of money to, at least Criminal to work with going into the first gun round. They're going to go bombarding up mid, and Hell needs to be careful. He's going to get bum rushed. Does take some damage, has an AK-47, so he needs to protect that gun like it's his first spawn, and that he will try and do. Gets 1 kill, but there's Criminal to spray him down with a UMP, but Criminal does get traded out immediately by Antidote, who in turn gets put out of his misery by Trans, and all of a sudden it's down to a 2v3. And KLNT showing a lot of trigger discipline and gets the drop onto the player pushing Palace, and he's not done, recovering the AK-47 and trying to make his way up towards safety, but there's HSB with the 2 remaining kills, and somewhere out of thin air, Game for Glory just pluck a round away from Dare to Dream. Alrighty. Gun round, buy round coming out from, force buy coming out from Dare to Dream. There are 2 AKs out, 1 on Hellranger, 1 on Blackhawk. Fairly limited on the utility, just 2 smokes and 1 flashbang to work with, but that's just what happens when, you lose a round. You have no business losing, just 2 saved UMPs and 2 players on armor. And, Game for Glory right now being very spread out all across the map. They have 1 player almost everywhere, which might look good in terms of map control, but in terms of counter pushes, it is not the best of setups, because you are prone to being getting killed without going for that trade play, or being unable to go for that trade play. So you need to be really careful when your defaults are so spread out. They have recovered. Hellranger does go down. Hellranger and Blackhawk finding kills left, right, and center. And this is D2D's map all of a sudden back again. 2 kills back to back. I don't know. There was someone ringing the doorbell. I think there is a postman at the door right now, courier person. And I can't really get up and go for it. There's no one at home either. In the meantime, Criminal finding the kill onto Antidote does recover back 1 man, and Shabby's left internally bleeding at 3 points of health, and Trollmeister getting dinked down to 20 points of health. And the rotation is coming in. Trans is going to be peeking market. Not going to find anybody. Hellranger there around the corner and gets himself absolutely mauled to death by Trans's AK-47. In the meantime, Bomb is still making its way to the B bomb side. The control has been established, but there's just no time. So there's just 14 seconds left on the clock. All Trans needs to do is find the kill onto the bomb plant. In the meantime, Naughty does find Shabby, but that's a lurk down. Bomb will get planted. It's a 2v2 retake. HP pretty equivalent across the board. Trollmeister on 20 points of health, barely a fart in the face away from going down, but Naughty goes bombarding out of the market, not waiting for the repeak, and gets punished for his aggression. And he should have just waited for Trans. Oh, Trans spots out the shoulder of Blackhawk, but unable to react in time. Blackhawk just that shade bit too quick for him and gets the kill regardless. All right, so okay, explosive round coming out from Dare to Dream, and there's just finding frags. Hellranger opening things up with a kill onto Criminal. 4 players still playing retake towards the B bomb side, but Blackhawk gonna find KLNT, and yeah, there we go. The call for the save. That explosive play just catching Game for Glory off guard completely, and they have to back off and try and save these remaining 3 guns because, well, let's be honest, they don't have the money, and next round, yeah, they're gonna have a very difficult time, even with the second round loss bonus. There's going to be $1,900 to even scrape a buy together the next round. Their money is just not that good. And there we go. Naughty getting the kill onto Hellranger. Trollmeister, 2 kills. That's good. They might just even be able to recover a rifle, and Naughty does manage that. But in the meantime, the hunt is out, but Dare to Dream can't. Again, Dare to Dream themselves can't really afford to commit too many players to the hunt themselves. As of now, they've lost 2 players. Make that 3 because Blackhawk goes down to the bomb. And, well, that's all she wrote. Dare to Dream do win that round, but they do take significant economic damage in return. And Game for Glory do manage to save 4 rifles. Anyway, folks, I'll be back in 2 minutes. There's someone at the door. I really need to take it. The match has been paused. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, sorry for that brief delay. The passport guy had come to the office to deliver off certain documents, and we are going live. It is 5 rounds. We're going live with the 6th round. Scores are 4-1 in favor of Dare to Dream. And Game for Glory will be going in with their first proper gun round. The question on everybody's mind right now is, will we see yet another explosive play coming out from Dare to Dream? And yeah, it's very fast catwalk control being asserted by Dare to Dream, and Poker F, has pushed all the way up to chair, while Shabby is spotting his sniper nest. Game for Glory notorious for giving up mid control way too easily, and there we go. HSB gonna get caught with his pants now, looking away at the worst possible moment. HSB just getting CS goat there. In the meantime, Trollmeister is gonna try and make his way out towards connector, while, well, what can I say? Hellranger finding that push from Naughty over towards Palace. It's unraveling for Game for Glory a bit too fast. They're already 2-man down, and doesn't look like there's going to be much chance for a recovery from this point forward. But, well, just as I say that, curse of the commentator, if you might call it, KLNT completely and immediately just rearranges Poker F's face and smashes it in with the M4. Trans is playing towards Sandwich. That Molotov, though, is going to force him out, but still, he does manage to get the kill onto Hellranger before burning alive to a crisp. And there's Criminal pushing up B shot. Will go down to Shabby, and that's B control completely taken. But KLNT, he has bomb control. Oh, the fake plant going in. KLNT clearing out all the corners, but does get double peeked instantly, and Antidote finds that fast frag onto KLNT. KLNT trying his very best. He played that as well as he could, given the circumstances and the cards that were dealt to him. Clearing off all the corners, just being methodical. Just when you get double peeked, you can't really do anything about it. Well, Game for Glory can't really expect to win this game if they consistently drop the ball on gun rounds, and they've started on the favorable side, the CT side on Mirage, and frankly speaking, they've performed better with just pistols than they have when they've been fully bought, and that is a worrying sign. As you can already see, Trollmeister, that's Poker F going to make his way up connector. I think Trans does spot him, and who gets spotted out in turn as well, and Dare to Dream, Hellranger is making his way up. Palace now one step at a time, and Poker F gonna find the kill onto Naughty, brings back the man advantage, brings back down the man advantage. In fact, it's down to a 4v4, and then that means that the momentum does swing in the favor of the T's as always, because you see, when you're XVX in Counter-Strike, there we go, Hellranger getting the kill on Trans. That's the A bomb site ripe for the taking, but they don't know this. I don't think Hellranger's actually ventured out. He is gonna check the corners, sees that it's relatively empty, and using his utility, that's good. This has been one of the biggest problems and, biggest complaints. Oh, but look at that, instantly Antidote getting completely dominated by HSB. And Criminal from B shot gets the kill on a Poker F. Bomb will still find a way into the A bomb site though, but there's KLNT watching the cross like a hawk. He's going to make his way towards A shot. And again, the man advantage has been wrestled in their favor by Game for Glory, but they don't really have the armor to work with. And I think HSB might just want to save this. Yep. KLNT will recover the UMP. It's down to a 2v2 retake. They can go for it, but I'd rather they save the AK-47 and take it to the next round, but then they're going to get $3,400 regardless, so they can buy into it. So might just inflict as much economic damage as possible onto the remainder of the T's, but Hellranger has other plans. He gets the kill, again, leaving Criminal all alone in 1v2 with no armor, picking up an AK-47, not even having the time to switch out to it before getting put 6 feet under by Hellranger. Hellranger has really showed up to this game. 9 frags already in 7 rounds. That is commendable by any stretch of the imagination at any level of Counter-Strike. Alrighty then. Trans, okay, good. Aggression in the buy round. Trans taking a much more aggressive position over towards T ramp right now. I don't think he's played this at all. And it is a spot that even though players do tend to pre-fire, it does go unchecked. That is exactly what is happening right now. They don't expect it, and Trans has the potential to spray down too, but that's not gonna happen because Pokeref is gonna turn around 90 degrees and immediately guillotine Trans's head off. In the meantime, HSB has made his way towards CT spawn. He's going to spray off through the smoke. That Molotov is going to force him back regardless. But KLNT with the AW pre-op all the way from B shot, he's going to land the kill onto Antidote. That was not the bomb carrier though. So that's still safe, still 6-1. And Game for Glory, will they go for this retake? Will they go for Glory, or will they survive to fight another day? Well, seems like that question was answered for me even before I finished uttering the sentence, because HSB loses his head to Blackhawk. Everyone's so very low and Blackhawk burns alive and the bomb's still yet to go down. Okay then, this is highly doable for Game for Glory. Trollmeister is on his deathbed. So is the Hellranger. He's not looking that good, and KLND puts him out of his misery just as he's trying to cross over to CT spawn. KLND has been marking that cross like a hawk. It's his life's mission to stop anyone from going there. In the minute that eliminates any other possibility, and the bomb planter goes down yet again. What is D2D doing? They're peeking out one by one and being swatted aside by Game for Glory like flies from cow dung. And Shabby's gonna slow peek and opper, and that's exactly what you get when you try and slow peek, crouch peek and opper, and that is instant punishment. Although in all fairness, Game for Glory do lose, well, 3 players, which means the money going forward is not going to be that great. However, the money on Dare to Dream isn't anything to write home about either. They're not looking that great on the economy front as well, as you can see from thereby. Galil being passed around like, well, I can't really say that on stream, but it's just being passed around the entire team, and Shabby does go for the Tech 9 armor and a couple of grenades buy. It's going to be a fairly 4C buy on both sides. In the meantime, Hellranger is going to become pushing out of underpass. Mid control, more or less, as always, has been relinquished. Only Criminal watching it. He's the only active person holding the mid control. In the meantime, Shabby, what are you doing with a Tech 9? You're not allowed to do that. What is this? He should not be allowed to get away with it. But in the meantime, Criminal just peeks out a B shot, gets 1 kill. Hellranger, in the meantime, had sneaked his way into connector, gets the kill. Again, man advantage lies with the CTs, but 2 players on D2D are so very low that the round can swing either way. In the meantime, bomb does get planted this time. At least they have that going for them. And that means that good post plants can come in. We do have Hellranger here towards high mid, spotting that push from B shot, but I don't think they're going to come. They both are going to bunch up. That's the smart thing to do. The remainder 2 players do get bunched up and push from CT. In the meantime, there's Antidote. Oh, missing the spray, getting double peeked and getting sprayed down. That Molotov though can put a spanner in the works. Chance does have a smoke and a kit. Smoke goes down and Naughty is there, but oh, the planter gets taken down. The diffuser gets taken, but is there time? No, there's enough time. I think, yeah. Oh, but he can't find the kit in the smoke. He can't find the kit in the smoke, Naughty. Okay, then Hellranger from yet again another miraculous clutch, and now the smoke that would have saved them is the one that comes to bite them in the backside for Game for Glory. So what Trans did there was pull out that smoke, extinguish the Molotov, and just thought he'd stick the diffuse. Hellranger just so precise is his map knowledge that he knew exactly where the bomb was planted, sprayed him down through the smoke, and because the smoke was still up by the time Naughty had traded him and reached the bomb, he could not locate the kit, and that's what made all the difference. He just didn't have the time to go for that, and there we go. That made aggression again, getting immediately punished, and HSB rattling off a few shots with the Deagle, but not connecting with nothing but air. In the meantime, Antidote peeking out a connector, does land a shot, does tag down HSB, but Shabby peeks out from Palace, ends his existence, and there, down goes Criminal, and now it's all down to, well, Naughty, who is cheekily hiding in A ramp, and the bomb is going to slowly make its way towards the A-bomb site. While Blackhawk, this time they know what's up and they're not going to be fooled twice by the same trick. Naughty being ever so patient, but only being rewarded with a swift and painful death. All right, I think it's a tactical pause being called. Okay, no, is the iftar pause is being called. So we'll be back after a short break with the remainder of the game between Game for Glory and Dare to Dream. Right now, after 10 rounds of play, the scores stand 8 rounds to Dare to Dream and 2 rounds to Game for Glory. And we'll be going live with the 11th round the moment the team from Pakistan rejoins the server after iftar. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes. All right, folks, we're back live with the 11th round. We had paused so that the team from Pakistan can go do iftar, go finish complete iftar. And it's going to be a complete eco from them, just upgraded pistols across the board. 5 P250s, not much invested at all. And it's going to be an A stack. And Dare to Dream seem to have a pretty good read on things. They're targeting the B bomb site. Well, finally, the rotation is coming in. Criminal making his way ever so slowly into the B bomb site. He's going to be in for a nasty surprise in a couple of seconds, really. The entire DD squad. But look at this, the flank coming in from KLNT. He's going to go for the knife, but Hellranger backs away ever so slightly, and Trans is again lying in wait, but Hellranger is going to find him as well. And now it's all down to Criminal and Naughty to stave off this B push, but that's not what they're going for. They're going to fall back and target the A bomb site. This is so smart from Hellranger. He's just going to call that bluff, and he's going to wait for Criminal as he makes his way around Catwalk and is going to go completely beast mode. He's down of 3k for the round, and Shabby cleans up the other 2 eco frags. 3 for Hellranger, a brace for Shabby, and that's the 9th round on the board for Dare to Dream. Alrighty, folks. So the buy round does come out from Game for Glory, and they're going to fall back to the tried and tested double op setup. It is, in fact, Hellranger's go-to setup on Mirage as well. So he should be one who's very well versed with this tactic. And where is that second op going? It's going to be with Naughty and KLNT. Not going to see HSB featuring his, Dragon Stick, Dragon Lore just yet. One op is towards B, is going to be towards B short. The other one is going to be playing from CT spawn. So very standard double op setup coming out from Game for Glory. And yet again, the entire D2B squad is focused towards the B bomb site. Criminal might have an inkling that just might be the case. He's going to smoke off apartments and Molotov up right in front. Blackhawk, though, is going to find his way out and is going to come down to KLNT, who does land the shot on a Blackhawk and is going to back away to take a more passive hold. Spots out Antidote's shoulder and lands the shot on Antidote as well. But in the meantime, Poker F does find Criminal, and it's all down to KLNT to hold off this B-hole, the B-hole till backup arrives, which it has, and they're all stuck in market right now. HSB is going to bombard his way out towards empty pillar, going to clear out benches. In the meantime, Shabby finds KLNT. Finally, Naughty does pick up Hellranger, and Shabby goes down to Trans, and that attack does die out very quickly. But yet again, D2D doing the necessary economic damage. They take away 3 rifles, and I'm not really sure whether Trans will be able to rescue the AWP. Okay, so at least Game for Glory rescue both the AWPs, and yeah, they have enough money to buy into this round at least. So they're gonna be a bit stretched for putting at least. They can put 5 rifles, the 5th being a FAMAS. Okay, they managed to put 5 rifles on the board. That's 2 ops and 3 M4s, but their money is broken. They've bought down to their last dollar, and if there's a very good chance of a hard reset right now if they lose this round, because the money on D2D still pretty good enough to buy into this round at least. They're gonna have trouble if they lose this round. Dare to Dream, they might have to face an eco of their own, but given how they've been consistently breaking Game for Glory's economy throughout this game, it can swing either way. In the meantime, we do see Naughty here posted on top of Ticket Booth. He's going to make his way towards triple box now. Just changing up his position ever so slightly. Ticket Booth being one of the most commonly pre-fired spots as T's make their way out of T-Ramp. Realizing this. So, yeah. And there we go. Oh, look at Trans. The man has balls of steel standing out in the open, channeling his inner Sunil Shetty from border. He's just like standing there brave as, well, Braveheart, I guess. I'm running out of analogies. Okay, he's just channeling his inner Rambo. Let's just go with that. And those flashbangs are going to deny the push. And there we see Naughty gets 1 kill. Trans does get immediately taken down. The trades coming in very quickly. But Naughty just being a constant thorn in the side of these incoming terrorists. And they just can't find an answer for his op right now. They're falling like flies. Naughty on a 3k already. And he knows where Blackhawk is playing from. This can get really, really hairy, but Antidote in the meantime is making his way up connector. There is a player in B shot who he tags, doesn't really find the kill, and there's Criminal with the assist, and Naughty. Can he find the telling kill? No, Blackhawk does take him down. Blackhawk, the lone survivor, he's in a 1v2. KLNT is frightfully low. All he has to do is try and isolate the 1v1s, but I don't think that's going to happen because Game for Glory are grouping up towards CT spawn. I'm going to peek him together, waiting for that plant noise. I'm pretty sure KLNT, gets taken down immediately. He should have spotted out Criminal. Blackhawk had the chance to go for that hero clutch. Yet again, he's clutched the pistol round already for Dare to Dream, but unable to see that round through. Played so well, got 3 very important kills, but just faltered at the crucial final kill there. All right, Game for Glory, after that pause, instantly winning their first gun round. 4 rounds on the board for them, but they are on the CT side. It is the favorable side, and they should look to post good scores. And Dare to Dream, again, do manage to cobble together a buy, but like I said, they've bought down to their last dollar as well. The most money being the player, being Hellranger, the captain, with $1,500. Everyone else is in triple or single digits in terms of their money. And they need to be very careful. Oh, and just as I say that, HSB finding the kill onto Hellranger and KLNT ending Trollmeister. 2-man to the good, all of a sudden they find themselves Game for Glory, and there should be no way back for Dare to Dream into this round unless we get some miraculous god tier play from Shabby, Blackhawk or Antidote. All these 3 players are capable of pulling those miracle rounds out of their bags. But the way Game for Glory have set up and are playing right now, they don't seem to be in the mood to, you know, actually take their foot off the pedal. So it's going to take nothing short of a miracle for Dare to Dream to pull this round out of the bag. And Antidote needs to be careful. Okay, finally he does turn his attention back towards B short. And it's just so tantalizing. They're just playing on either side of cinder blocks. Criminal just making his way. I'm not sure he's aware of the fact that Antidote has already made his way towards ladder room. And Antidote just slowly, Shabby does pick up KLNT. Antidote, this is the crucial round, and Shabby with the second kill of the round, just taking back the man advantage. And there's Blackhawk with the kill on a Naughty, and somehow Dare to Dream and Blackhawk, they just completely nullified the man advantage, and now it's all down to Trans. He's gotten the kill on the Blackhawk. He has 2 more players left to find, and finds Antidote. He was the player with the HP, and the bomb is dropped in the middle of nowhere. This is absolutely disastrous. There's just 10 seconds left on the clock. Shabby has to go for the kill, and Trans knows this. He's heard Shabby, and he knows something's up because the bomb hasn't gone down. There's just 3 seconds left on the clock, and oh, Shabby's gonna go burning alive, and that too after time, I think. Will he go down after time? And he's gonna get sprayed through the box, not landing that telling kill. Somehow Shabby managing to stay alive, and that was very, very Shabby from Dare to Dream. All right, pause is being called. Yes, it is Hellranger's tactical timeout. Just gonna figure out the buy. It is their final round, so not really sure what he's gonna do. He might go for an AK armor and just 1 flashbang, or might play the utility. They really need the firepower though, yeah, and that's what he decides. Oh, he's gonna pass off that AK-47 to Poker F, and decides to go with a Deagle, and I think he's gonna buy up some utility to go with that hand cannon as well. Okay, he's gonna take the AK-47. No head armor though. Has opted out of head armor, not the wisest of decisions as playing as a terrorist, because you see all the CT rifles have the 1-shot headshot potential, while, you know, against unhelmeted opponents. And you want to give yourself that leeway that in case you do get dinked, none of the CT rifles can actually put you down in 1 shot. They do have rifles lying on CT spawn, so they should, all 5 players should be able to you know, rifle themselves up, arm themselves to the teeth. So definitely the CTs, as Game for Glory, are going to go into this round with a much better buy. However, in the larger scheme of things, that doesn't really mean anything, because the way these 2 teams have been playing is just come down to aim duels. There's been nothing very scintillating in terms of strategy or, you know, setups. It's just come down to bare-fisted brawls all across the map, and basically who comes out on top of the aim duels. And there we go. Antidote immediately opening things up with the kill onto KLNT. Should try and recover that gun. That B push just ending in absolute disaster for Game for Glory. And the thing is, D2D can actually breathe a sigh of relief. They've put 9 rounds on the board on the T side. This is the less favorable side on Mirage. You always would like to start on the CT side. Statistically, that is the better side to be on. And being a man down this early in the half without any mid control can be absolutely disastrous. And there we see D2D missing the mid smoke yet again. Shabby, I don't know what you were trying to do there. I mean, the mid smoke is possibly one of the easiest smokes to absolutely have committed to your muscle memory. But well, that smoke also does serve its purpose. In the meantime, Antidote's going to go pushing through the smoke, but there's Trollmeister. Perfect bait play coming out from Antidote there, but there is Trans in the meantime, does get one kill. Can he do more damage? He is trying to spray through the smoke, but the box, the Hellranger is going to land the trade frag, and now it's going to come down to Criminal and Naughty to mount his retake. It's a 2v3, sorry, Naughty does get the kill onto Antidote. Gets the opening frag on the retake. That's always good for the confidence going forwards. But now with it all to do, and not even finding the kill onto Shabby, that's what I was talking about. The lack of head armor really telling this round. And it's down to Hellranger and Blackhawk to see this round through. Hellranger going to spot out Criminal, and it has to come down to him. He's the player with the armaments. Blackhawk just with the deagle to work with, and he goes to work, gets the kill onto Naughty, and now it's down to Criminal in a 1v2. Spots out Blackhawk, but Blackhawk not going to play, just going to play the time right here. Hellranger just toying with Criminal right now. Doesn't have a kit. He's trying to stick it, but Hellranger is going to pop out and pop Criminal's head off. 10 rounds on the T side for Dare to Dream. That's a very, very good score. And I think by this time, Game for Glory might be getting tired of finishing 10-5 halves on the CT side. They had an identical scoreline. That is, they lost 10 rounds to TMG in the previous game on the CT side on Train. And they've managed to give up 10 rounds on the CT side on Mirage to Dare to Dream. And frankly speaking, if I'm going to be completely objective and honest, Dare to Dream, as of this moment, are a much better team than TMG. Even though they have lost to TMG in the past, even in ESL itself, but primarily due to the fact that, well, TMG have been playing really, really poorly recently. All right, Pistol's going to come in, and it's going to be, well, 2 very quick kills for HSB. He's opening things up, kicking ass and taking names, not taking any prisoners. And it's going to be a 2-man disadvantage for Dare to Dream right off the bat. And that is going to put all the pressure on towards them. They do have a kit out on Hellranger. So in case the bomb does go down and they can find the frags, which they should be able to. Shabby taking a few pot shots, not really finding any kills, and down goes Hellranger. It's going to come down to Shabby to hold off this hold down this B bomb side until backup arrives, which is never going to arrive because Trans just ended Antidote there, and KLNT and Trans tag teaming their way to putting Shabby out of his misery. Down he goes. 6 rounds on the board for Game for Glory in this, like I've been constantly saying. They needed this round to mount the comeback, and will Dare to Dream go for the force buy is the question. And why do I even ask these silly questions? Of course they are. At least, well, Shabby is. He's gotten a deagle and an armor for himself. While, yeah, there we go. Okay, just upgraded pistol. Ah, there we go. Force buy time. This has more or less become like a trademark of Dare to Dream that they will undoubtedly go for the force buy if they do lose the pistol. And that puts them into a lot of soup later on going into late game or mid game, because they never have the economy to, they're a team that just notorious for force buying all the time, and that doesn't necessarily pay dividends. There we see Shabby already taking some damage early on. Poker F going to rattle off a few shots with the CZ, but will have to fall back and go for the reload. In the meantime, there's Antidote with the 5-7 in armor. He's going to try and make himself a nuisance towards CT spawn, but he's going to be forced back because of the sheer weight of numbers. And there we see Trans getting the first kill onto the player pushing B short. That down goes Shabby in the meantime. Look at that. Hellranger popping out of jungle gets the first kill. Blackhawk in the meantime does find the kill onto Trans. Down to a 3v4. And, well, there's a reason D2D constantly force buys, because they manage to convert quite a few of these rounds. But they have to be very, very quick on this retake. Criminal is not going to allow Hellranger any room to maneuver. He's finally going to go down to Blackhawk. But, oh, HSP got that spray, somehow landing. And now it's down to Blackhawk yet again to try and dig his team out of a hole. But the bomb clock is running down, and he needs to find these 2 shots. And they need to ring loud and true. Unfortunately, they won't. And Naughty will see off this round. And Blackhawk is going to go down. 7 on the board for Game for Glory. Although a pretty expensive round coming out from them. They lose three people, including 1 rifle. That's never good. Ever. Ever. But yeah, D2D still have a cushion of 3 rounds, so they should hard eco this. But the problem is, going into their first gun round, they're going to be very limited on the utility front. Antidote might even have to pick up the glass cannon AWP, or might have to be dropped and up and have to go glass cannon. And, oh, look at that. Naughty just bombarding his way out, not checking his corners. Blackhawk is going to put him down. But HSB and Criminal in the meantime do reply back with quick kills of their own. In the meantime, there we go. HSB pulls out the deagle and wrecks Hellranger. And Criminal with a team kill, but does manage to find Antidote as well. That leaves Shabby on 8 points of health with a P2000. That flashbang is going to absolutely blind him like a bat. In the 1v3, Shabby just playing for the exits, maybe trying to find, a rifle here or there, but the bomb, is running down, and there we go. Game for Glory will make their way out, does spot out Criminal, but there's just 2 bullets left in the chamber for Shabby, and he goes down regardless, and all 3 remaining members of Game for Glory will survive, and they recover 3 AK-47s to take forward in the next round as well, which is good because Naughty is not going to have any money whatsoever. All right, first gun round for Dare to Dream, and as I said, Shabby with the glass cannon op instead of Antidote. He is the secondary opper for D2D. He's going to go aggro Palace, but the main push from Game for Glory is going to be coming from mid. So it's going to come down to Trollmeister or Poker F to see off this mid push, and he's been completely smoked off. He hasn't got the foggiest, and there's Antidote, sprays down one but unable to find the kill on the second. In the meantime, Hellranger falls a little too cheaply in the B bomb side, and that's the B bomb side completely relinquished. In the meantime, Naughty does find Blackhawk. Poker F does find Naughty as well. There's a trade, but it's a 3v2. KLNT is holding a very good position, and this is what I was talking about, right? So Dare to Dream have this tendency of forcing into the first pistol round, the first round after the pistol round. That's the second round of the half, and more often than not they do lose it, but they're still confident in their force by meta. The problem is when they go into their first gun round, they just don't have the utility to stave off a fast push like the one you just saw coming in for Game for Glory. And I think Game for Glory would have studied a lot of demos of Dare to Dream on Mirage, and they know exactly what they're up against when it comes to Hell's CT side setup, which isn't the best, by the way. It is fairly predictable, fairly straightforward, and it's gotten him in trouble more often than he'd like to admit. Okay then, 9 rounds of Game for Glory. This could be the beginning of a comeback, and Dare to Dream, they managed to rescue two guns. They have saved the AWP, and the rest of the team is going just for armor pistol buy-up. They're going to get $3,400 next round regardless, so they can invest into this round. But again, as I say, if you want those double op setups and have all the utility going forward, you'd like to go into this round with the full eco. But then, hey, I'm just a caster who says anything, right? So what do I know? This time though, D2D do go for some mid control, but Trans is going to open things up with the first kill onto Poker F. Blackhawk is going to get spotted, well, going up and down, playing Diglett on the ladder. And KLNT knows that there'll be someone B shot, and that's one rifle rescued by Antidote, and he's going to get the kill onto Criminal. It's a very good kill to find, but there's Antidote again getting the second kill. Hellranger does fall to HSB though. And in the meantime, there's HSB. Oh, runs out of bullets on the P250, but does somehow manage to come back and get the kill onto Antidote. Now Shabby left all alone with the AWP and a 1v2. Bomb yet to make its way onto the bomb site, so still has time to work with. It's not like all's lost. No kit whatsoever though, so he has to go for that retake very, very quickly. HSB with the op is just going to spot towards Sniper Nest, but Naughty's going to go on the long rotate. He knows that he does have HSB in terms of backup. And Shabby, he's going to have to hurry it up. He doesn't really have time to do much. No kit. So if he wants to go for this round, he does have to go for the retake. But right now, I don't see even the remotest of inkling that Shabby would have had to actually go for the defuse. He's more than happy saving the AWP for the next round, which is actually the right call to make, in my opinion. Let Game for Glory have this round. They've actually won this round, so let them have the 10-10 scoreline. Save the op, take it into the next round, and try and make something happen in the next round. Start afresh, calm down, take a deep breath, and just revisit and reevaluate your situation. Okay. 10-10. 21st round of Counter-Strike being played in this decider matchup between Game for Glory and Dare to Dream. Double op finally does come out on triple op, pardon me. And HSB takes one of those op immediately out of the equation. Man advantage to the T's. Oh, but Hellranger does find Criminal. Hellranger with the orb. That is actually rather uncharacteristic, and the bomb does go down, and Hellranger should have spotted one player crossing over. The players are coming in for the retake, but the post plants aren't the best, but they're pretty manageable. But oh, Naughty taking a ton of nade damage and just playing by the edge of the smoke, just teasing DDD. Playing an off angle, does spot out Blackhawk, trying to Mario his way out on towards the CT boxes and does get punished. Hellranger in the meantime landing his second kill for the round. Brings it down to a 3v3. I think Naughty was spotted crossing towards ticket booth. So yeah. Trollmeister does find Naughty. It's down to a 3v2, but again, no kits, and Game for Glory will take the round as well. And now they're in the lead. Who would have thought this was possible? From a 10-5 half, Game for Glory have won 6 rounds on the trot. And with the 3 saved rifles, Dare to Dream will be able to go into the bye in this round. But, I mean, see, this is why I say very few Indian teams actually know how to play the CT side on any map. I mean, think about it. Mirage all over the world is a CT-sided map, and here we see both the teams struggling to close out rounds on the side that's supposed to be the easier side to play on a particular map. I just don't get it. I mean, you're a professional outfit. Dare to Dream is a very professional outfit, as professional as they come. They're salaried players. They have a boot camp. So I would expect them to actually drill a CT side in. On a map like Mirage, it is one of the most commonly played maps in the subcontinent, in Asia, heck, in the world. Why would you not have a solid as, I don't know, a granite mountain CT side on Mirage is beyond me. Look at Brutality. They're not a salary team. They're a player-owned team, and they're taking this seriously. They play Mirage like nobody's business. They are a sight to behold. They are a force to be reckoned with on Mirage. D2D insist on playing Mirage, and yet this is the kind of CT side they bring game in, game out. It's always the same story with D2D, but take nothing away from Game for Glory, folks. They have been absolutely fantastic on their T side thus far. They've been explosive, they've been accurate, they've been precise, and above all, they've played the trade game masterfully. And that is what is making the difference. The trades are not going in D2D's favor. And it is going to come to bite them in the ass later, at some point during the course of this map, unless they pull themselves together. There is a timeout. I think it is a tactical timeout being called for Game for Glory, but again, I think it is criminal. No, not criminal. This time it is HSB who has dropped from the server. So, well, let's see. I think this timeout can actually prove beneficial. Hian Das. Sir, let me assure you that Mirage is a CT-sided map. I'm not sure whether it's a CT-sided map in Gold Nova 3 matchmaking, which is clearly where you play, but for every other tier of Counter-Strike, Mirage is a very, very CT-sided map, and it holds extremely true for the professional circuit, for sure. Anyway, I think this pause can be very, very beneficial for Dare to Dream. They just need to get their heads back onto their shoulders. They played such a fantastic T-side. All they need to do is figure out their default. Their default on Mirage, I was not a big fan of that triple op setup going into the previous round anyway. It really leaves very little room for maneuverability if you do lose a site, and that is exactly what ended up happening. Shabby went down way too cheaply, way too early into the round, and that A bomb site defense crumbled just with the death of Shabby almost instantaneously. So this timeout can actually benefit D2D a lot. They get this timeout, they can, relax, put the rounds lost behind them, reevaluate the situation that they're in, and try and come up with a solution to what Game for Glory are bringing to the table. Well, so far. So let's just break down a couple of those previous rounds. What have Game for Glory been doing apart from obviously hitting their shots? So I've mentioned them playing a very good buddy system. That means, by that I mean that they've been sticking to pairs, not really pushing YOLO anywhere on the map. They're fighting in a pack. They're playing like wolves. They don't go solo hunting. They've gone hunting in packs. They've traded out themselves and acquitted themselves with their aim masterfully. Yes, good aim does come into play, but unfortunately, it's not all that matters at this level of Counter-Strike. You have to have the basics, the fundamentals down to a T before you can start solely relying on aim. Good aim will only get you, maybe just will get you through the door. But after that, if you want to take this journey of professional Counter-Strike, you have to drill your basics day in, day out. So far, Game for Glory have that perfected from the rounds that they've been putting on the board. They've put 6 rounds on the board on the trot. Once the bomb does go down, they rarely make any mistakes. Their post plants are very good. They double peek almost every angle, not really giving the aggressing CTs much of a choice or chance. On the off chance that the CT does find one kill because of the double peek coming in, they're instantly traded out, and that just slows down the retake even further. Also, one more thing you would have noticed, that Game for Glory have been like, they haven't given much heed to the amount of utility that Dare to Dream have still remaining on the table. In one of the rounds that they took it slow, they drew out all the utility from Dare to Dream and then more or less just smoked off the most common smokes on Mirage and then got the bomb down on the A-bomb side and held it off pretty well. And the other factor going into Game for Glory actually picking up so many rounds on the trot has been Dare to Dream's shambolic economic management. And that has been one of the biggest complaints of Hellranger's calling style thus far, is that he's very cavalier in his approach to the economy. Doesn't really pay much attention to the economy game. This constant force buying and putting unnecessary strain on your team's money is gonna hurt you in the long run. It's going to be more detrimental than beneficial. Throw in the fact that Antidote just hasn't shown up to this game. Antidote is a very big influence on the way Dare to Dream plays. He is their star performer, their star opper. And in the games that Antidote shows up, there's no touching D2D. They can literally be, they are literally the best team in the country the day Antidote, Shabby, Hellranger, like Antidote and Shabby are going off. But when Antidote doesn't show up, it has a domino effect on the rest of the team, and somehow things just don't click. So what can D2D do to, turn the tides in their favor? I would like to see them, fall back to their, comfort zone, in the sense that, so Antidote has an op now and Shabby has the op. So what I've seen them do most often with this setup is that they'll post one up towards ticket booth and the other opper will go towards B shot. That is how they like to play. They don't like to contest mid. They're just more than happy to give it up. Coincidentally, that is almost the identical play that Game for Glory bring to the table as well. So in my mind's eye, I see it like this. Both Game for Glory and Dare to Dream pretty similar teams when it comes to the series side setups. They don't really contest mid, not very interested in pushing up mid either. And especially when the double ops are out, more often than not, you'll see them relinquish mid control right off the bat. But here's the thing, Shabby has a very good mid spawn this round. So he, in my opinion, should be contesting mid with that AWP. He has a very good mid spawn. That's the best possible mid spawn you can have starting off on the CT side. He should just book it towards Sniper Nest and rattle off the first shot, at least try and land it, just to give the team a man advantage. At which point, see, once you have that man advantage, all you have to do is fall back, play the numbers game. You're one man to the good. There's no reason why the T's should ever come out on top of a trade game, especially given the fact that Game for Glory have been very reliant on the trade game to see themselves through round after round. If you have the man advantage, fall back, wait for the T's to come to you and just trade one for one. because you have the early man advantage. You don't need to do anything flashy, anything fancy. Just play the basics. And in my opinion, the first team that figures out these basic things, economy, the trade game, the buddy system, they're the teams that are going to be dominant in the Indian scene, which is why you see Entity going actually doing considerably better than the rest of the Indian teams. It's because they've been working on the basics, grinding it out, and it's starting to pay dividends. The results won't come overnight. It's going to take time. It's going to take a while for the new setup to, seep into the players. The players themselves need to be comfortable adopting the new playstyle. More importantly, any playstyle that is extremely rigid and restricts individuality and individual brilliance isn't a setup that's going to last very long, especially given the current meta where international teams have moved on to dynamic calling, where in-game leaders are fragging like crazy. I'm looking at you, Carrigan and Glaive, and Fallen. But I understand these players are nowhere near that standard as of yet. But what I'm saying is there's no reason why we can't make a concerted effort in the right direction. We shouldn't be happy with where we are. We should always strive and look towards the better, not, sit on our laurels and just be happy. So for those of you who keep saying, I've seen this comment come up quite a few times in chat over this course of this tournament, is that I would like to see an Indian team in the majors. Well, I'm sorry to break it to you, but first we have to start beating tier 3 SEA teams. Until that, we don't even, first we need to start qualifying for the minor qualifiers. We can't even do that, let alone have a spot in the majors. But we're getting there. There's genuine effort being made on part of teams like Entity, Brutality, D2D, Semperex, Wolves. They're all playing the game the proper way, at least trying to play the game the proper way. And we are seeing improvements. Anyway, we're going to go live with the next round and the game. It is the 22nd round being played. Game for Glory has won 6 rounds in a row. Quick nades coming out. Shabby needs to be careful. And what is this double op setup looking like? And yeah, Shabby is going to take the op over towards B-Van, and Antidote is going to be opping the A ticket booth, I think. Yeah, he is. Alrighty. Looks like it's going to be a B hit. Game for Glory has slowed things down considerably. So what that does is it draws out the utility from the CT side. And it's a good strat. It's a good strat when you know that you're going up against a fully decked CT side. And they are considerably decked because of max loss bonus kicking in and being in effect for the past 2 rounds. And we're going to see Hellranger take a rather unconventional aggressive angle in B apartments. And Antidote opening things up with a fine kill onto HSB. That's the Danger Man taken out of the equation, and Hellranger is going to have it all to do that. Perfect flashbang coming in for his teammate, and he's going to make his way back in towards apartments. And look at that, Shabby just cleaning house, and Hellranger just playing a masterful ninjutsu, channeling his inner ninja Hattori, as they say. And he's going to flank them immediately. And Hellranger showing tremendous trigger discipline. Spots out Chan, spots out the bomb planter, and I don't think he should allow the bomb to go down, and he doesn't. Oh no, he does. Bomb does somehow manage to get planted. KLNT there does get the bomb down, but everybody gets taken down. And Hellranger, it came down to just masterful game sense and positioning from Hellranger that round. Amazing solo play. That play just juking around the smoke and the door, utilizing the enemy smoke to his utmost advantage. And obviously, let us not discount this the flashbang that his teammate Shabby threw from B shot, which allowed Hellranger to make that play around the smoke. See, these are the things that get overlooked in most stats. People see just frags, okay, and they see, oh, Shabby did nothing that round, it was all hell. But Shabby, that flashbang, that single solitary flashbang from Shabby is what actually turned the round. Yes, at the end of the day, Hell had to hit those shots, but he was able to get into a position to hit those shots because of that crucial flashbang. And there we see Strans getting spotted out, being spammed through the smoke by PokerF and getting smoked off as well. And again, mid control completely relinquished. And well, In the meantime, we do see Hell having switched it up with Shabby. He's going to hold the op towards apartments, while Hellranger this time is going to play towards B-Shot, and Shabby gets the first kill. And oh, that flashbang not really going to do much. Instead, just blinds Naughty and allows Hellranger a free kill. KLNT kind of dropped the bomb there and missing the op shot. The trade frag not going their way. Hellranger able to make his way back towards safety. That nade's going to land squarely on KLNT, takes a ton of damage, and now is the lone remaining survivor in that T side. Like I said, see, D2D utilizing that pause to their utmost advantage. Kind of a team flash there, KLNT using that team flash to make his way back towards safety. And this is what I mean, right? So when that drop happened from HSB, Game for Glory had all the momentum, but then you have a drop and a break for 10, 15 odd minutes, you lose that drive. It just happens. You're on an adrenaline high, you're hitting all your shots, you're feeling confident, but boom, there's a pause and you kind of lose the plot from there on. And that is exactly what seems to be happening, because Game for Glory have dropped 2 rounds on the trot and D2D seem to have turned the fortunes around in their favor. Alrighty, folks. The money on Game for Glory has completely been evaporated. And the entire idea behind this round, as you can see from the buy, is going to be to get that fast plant down. That's why you see 4 flashbangs, 1 smoke that is going to be for the Molotov. And the nades just come raining in. Shabby gets 1 kill. He might just get overrun, but there's PokerF on the double Kobe there. And Hellranger and Shabby cleaning up the rest of the frags. It's just... they just run straight into the meat grinder there. Game for Glory unable to get the bomb down. Hellranger again with a perfect read of what Game for Glory had in mind. He knew that their economy was completely shattered and they needed a bomb plant to make their ideal buy for the next round. So he said, well, there's going to be a fast B, just stack B. And 3-player stack B, they just naded the incoming Game for Glory to oblivion. Completely, like blew them out of the server literally. A double Kobe for PokerF. And Shabby with a brace and Hellranger with 1 kill to his name as well that previous round. And Antidote this time gonna go towards B, and what a shot onto HSB! Completely blind through the wall, doesn't matter. Antidote says hello, people. In the meantime, KLND does get the trade on the Trollmeister. That's the man advantage neutralized. And well, Antidote also falls. That's 2 quick kills in very quick succession. In the meantime, the bomb not going to get planted. That's going to buy the time for the rotations to come in. But D2D, Hellranger needs to be careful. I think he spotted out Trance. Yep, he did. And I don't think they know where he's playing for. Oh, whiffing that, but gets the kill. That's 2 very essential kills, and that's Trance spotting out Blackhawk's rifle. And there's Blackhawk with a quick double kill to see off the round. 14 on the board for Game for Glory, and that pause seems to have cost Game for Glory their concentration, their momentum, and might ultimately translate into costing them the game. Alrighty, KLNT lining up the CT smoke. It's going to be a fast play out towards the A bomb site, so Blackhawk needs to be careful. He's going to get bum rushed very soon. Again, a similar ideology behind this round as was the previous pistol buy up is that get the bomb down, have more utility, but look at that Trollmeister, that's PokerF already going to find the kill onto Trans and going to make his way back to safety. There's no presence towards Palace, which is already going to get cleared out by Blackhawk. The Palace presence completely eviscerated as it is. And Blackhawk already going to be on the flank because he's pushed Palace. In the meantime, Trollmeister going to go bombarding through the smoke. Gets 1, gets 2. Can he land the triple spray down? Yes, he does. He's on the ace for this round. Will he get the eco ace? And the answer is no. Antidote going to happily oblige him and, you know, steal his ace away from PokerF. Unfortunate, man. It's one of his final games with the team. Let him have his ace, Antidote. Okay, match point for Dare to Dream. I don't know where Hell gets his players inspired from, but from being absolutely shambolic, they've turned the tides and turned into world beaters. And it's Game for Glory's turn to choke. They're throwing away rounds left, right, and center. There we go. Blackhawk, Antidote, Shabby getting all quick kills apiece. And that's the game, folks. Everybody's dead, and Dare to Dream will make their way to the lands happening in July in the first 2 days. 1st and 2nd July, Lower Parel, folks. I hope to see you all there. I'll be co-casting alongside Blair, you know, your favorite. And hopefully I get to meet a few of you adoring fans. Well, most of you are very supportive. Thank you so much for all the support that you've shown me across these 3 phases. It has been an absolute joy to cast for all you people. I hope you guys had fun today. Unfortunately, Game for Glory are going to have to claw their way back up towards the Masters Division as they've lost their position in the Masters Division. That means Dare to Dream will be making their way to the LAN. And we're going to see you all on the 1st of July in Mumbai for the LAN. Hope to see you there. Whoever can show up in person, well, please do show up. And for those of you who are going to catch the streams, well, see you on stream. Bye, guys. Have a good night. And that's me. Do drop a like, drop a subscribe. And I'll see you all on LAN and eventually when the 2nd season of the ESL Masters Division returns in late July. Thank you all for watching. Good night, folks. Have a great night.
Ladies and gentlemen, looks like we have a winner. Congratulations, Dare to Dream, on winning. That means they will be joining us in the Masters finale. That's gonna happen in Mumbai. Now that was the last match and the last game of the relegation. This means that we are done. That's right, we are done for now, but that's not the end. That means we're going in the summer season finale. That's gonna happen in the LAN event in Mumbai on the 1st and 2nd of July. That's right, and there's so much more. We have Clash Royale, we have Dota 2, we have CSGO, we have Just Dance, we have cosplay. I'm excited about the cosplay part. But you guys, you have to be in Mumbai. I mean, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be one of the massive events of Mumbai. I mean, obviously, it's ESL India Premiership 2017. Now, before any further ado, let's talk about the whole day. We had amazing Clash Royale. We saw George versus Asopa. We saw the 3 teams battling CSGO and Dare to Dream. I mean, they do show some promise today, and I hope to see them play extremely well in the Masters Land as well. Now, thank you guys for watching us. Thank you for being such an amazing audience. Those who have been joining us on ESL India Facebook and those who have been tuning in to ESL India's YouTube gaming channel. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to our pages. And this is the ESL India Premiership 2017, sponsored by Owned by HP, HyperX, Zoe by BenQ, and organized by Nodwin Gaming. And I've been really happy to be hosting this show for you in the past few days. I am Arun Pashima Sharyari, and I gotta say, good night.
Bye.